News Talk 790 WPIC proudly presents Thiel Tomcat Football.
1, 2, 3, fight!
Thiel College Tomcat Football is brought to you by Ciance's Motel, Restaurant, and Lounge. UPMC Horizon, life-changing medicine. Log on to upmc.com. Greenville Orthopedic Association. Greenville Moose Family Center, number 276.
TDA, then Design Architecture, proud to provide design services to Thiel College.
Anderson Coach and Travel. Visit them online at goanderson.com.
McElhaney Brothers, general contractors providing premier residential and commercial remodeling.
First National Bank, the home for all your financial solutions. St. Paul's, a continuing care community, providing a caring tradition since 1867. Visit St. Paul's online at lifeatstpauls.org. The Gallery Grill and the Greens of Greenville. Visit them online at greensofgreenville.com.
First National Bank, the home for all your financial solutions.
Partners ComDoc and the DocuCenter at Thiel College. And Ilsco Extrusions Incorporated. Ilsco has operated one of the industry's most efficient aluminum extrusion mills for more than 60 years. Thiel College is proud to include these fine local businesses among its list of partners. For more details about Thiel College, log on to thiel.edu. You can listen to this game online at 790WPIC.com or listen on the go by downloading the free WPIC station app. Now, let's get to the field for our countdown to kickoff show with our game announcers, Hugh Ringer and Don Achenbaugh.
From DeSanto Field on the beautiful campus of Case Western Reserve University in Cleveland, Ohio, it's time for Thiel Tomcat Football on News Talk 790 WPIC. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Hugh Ringer. It's a beautiful day for college football. It's a beautiful day for the American League Championship Series Game 2.
Oh, that's right.
Down by the lake, not more than a stone's throw and a half away from where we are in Cleveland today. But first things first, we have a 1 o'clock game to bring you here on 790 WPIC as the Thiel College Tomcats, with a 2-3 record, come to Cleveland to face the Spartans of Case Western Reserve. They sit atop the conference with an unblemished 4-0 PAC record and 5-0 on the entire season. I'm Hugh Ringer, and it'll be my pleasure to bring you the play-by-play action for today's game. Don Achenbaugh, the former Tomcat tight end, seated to my right, is poised to bring expert analysis your way throughout the afternoon. As today we have a matchup of perhaps the premier team in this conference. Case Western, averaging 42 points a game on offense, and they have a stingy defense, only giving up 13 points a contest, will battle a Thiel team that is young, that is inexperienced in many areas, but a club that has been exciting this year, coming off its bye week and coming off, most recently, a loss to the W&J Presidents at home on homecoming day, 62-14. Don Achenbaugh, as I said, beautiful day for football, beautiful facility where we're working today. I feel like I'm in the NFL for an afternoon.
It's by
you
far
probably
and away the
do
best
too.
press box, that's right.
I'm sure even the Browns have facilities like this.
They don't deserve them if they do.
Anyway, this is an interesting matchup, a very difficult matchup for the Tomcats today against a club that is very well coached under Greg Devilak, and a club that has multiple weapons on offense and playmakers on defense.
Yeah, this is, you said it, but this is one of the elites of the PAC, which is kind of a surprise because they've come out of nowhere the last couple of years and really built it. And unfortunately, we don't get to see them play Thomas More this year because of the way the scheduling works. So we really won't get to see them get tested like that. But I think the Tomcats are capable if they play. It's another one of those games where we have to play flawlessly and then force them into making some mistakes, some uncharacteristic things, and then I think the Tomcats have a shot here because we can play with anybody. It's just whether or not we can hang with them long enough.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how the Cats respond here under first-year head coach Dan Bloom against this undefeated club. Up next, a review of today's President's Athletic Conference with the executive director of the PAC, Joe Underko. That's next on the home of the Thiel Tomcats, News Talk 790 WPIC.
Tune in this Sunday and every Sunday for Val Pulaski's Polkas on the Patio. Val will be here to give you information.
Thiel College would like to thank the following. Thiel College would like to thank the following businesses for being generous supporters of Tomcat football and Thiel College athletics. Greenville Orthopedic Association and Doctors John Scullin and Stuart Anderson, specializing in the treatment of sports medicine, total joint surgery, and arthroscopic surgery. Call 800-245-8100 to make an appointment. And Greenville Moose Family Center, Lodge number 276, fun and fellowship for everyone. Log on to lodge276.mooseunits.org. Thiel College is proud to include these fine local businesses among its list of partners. For more information about Thiel College, log on to thiel.edu.
Are you a senior golfer? The Greens of Greenville on Route 58 just south of Greenville has special senior pricing all day Wednesdays. Yes, 18 holes of golf with a cart, only $26, and you can play anytime during the day. The Greens of Greenville has a well-designed and maintained layout, plus enjoy your 19th hole refreshments at the very popular Gallery Grill Restaurant and Lounge. So reserve your tee times at the Greens of Greenville. Call 724-588-6020 or visit greensofgreenville.com.
Thiel College would like to thank the following businesses for being generous supporters of Tomcat football and Thiel College athletics. Cianci's Motel, located at 399 Mercer Road. Log on to ciancysmotel.com or call 724-588-8550 for more information. Remember to ask for the Thiel discount. And UPMC Horizon, life-changing medicine. Log on to upmc.com. Thiel College is proud to include these fine local businesses among its list of partners. For more information about Thiel College, log on to thiel.edu. For nearly a quarter of a century, Goldmine Jewelers has been the area's source for fine jewelry, diamonds, and coins. Consider returning to an old friend in Goldmine Jewelers in downtown Sharon. The Goldmine offers gold and silver jewelry, diamond engagement rings, and coins for that special gift. If you're short on cash, the Goldmine will buy your old jewelry, diamonds, or coins. Stop in at the Goldmine Jewelers in downtown Sharon for that special gift for that someone special.
I'm Ryan Matvica, wide receivers coach. You're listening to the home of Thiel Tomcat football. News Talk 790 WPIC.
Welcome to the PAC Football Report for October 15th, 2016. I'm Joe Underco. This week we will look back at last weekend's football action in the President's Athletic Conference, while also previewing Week 7 games this Saturday. Defending champion Thomas More and Case Western Reserve are the lone two unbeaten teams remaining in PAC play. The Saints posted a 70-20 blowout win over visiting Grove City, while the Spartans recorded a 37-14 win at Bethany. In other action, the game of the week was in Washington, PA, as W&J outgunned Carnegie Mellon 55-52 in double overtime. Westminster was victorious over St. Vincent 37-22, while Waynesburg outslugged Geneva 10-9. Thiel had the weekend off. PAC Player of the Week offensive honors for the second time this season went to W&J quarterback Pete Coughlin, who tied a PAC single-game record with 7 TD passes, rushed for another, and posted 451 yards of total offense versus CMU. Defensive laurels went to Bethany linebacker Donovan Hayden with 19 tackles, 1 sack, 2 forced fumbles, and an interception return for a touchdown against Case. Special teams recognition went to kicker Gabe Renna of Carnegie Mellon, who made all 8 of his kicks, including 3 for 3 on field goals, with a long of 42 yards. Rookie of the Week went to Case Western Reserve defensive end Cameron Brown with 10 tackles and a pass breakup at Bethany. 5 games are again on tap this Saturday, while St. Vincent has the weekend off. Thomas More looks to remain at the top of the PAC standings as the 5-1 Saints travel to 2-4 Waynesburg for a 1:30 p.m. kickoff at Wiley Stadium. The Saints lead the series 9-4 and have won the last 3 meetings, although the Jackets won at home 14-10 over Thomas More in 2012. Veteran Saint head coach Regis Scaife is wary of a Yellow Jacket team that has won 2 straight after a difficult start.
Yeah, there's no question. Waynesburg is playing really well. Like you said, they have a 2-game winning streak, and they're tough. I mean, they always play us tough, and you know, I haven't been there yet, but they say it's tough to play there. We know they're going to be physical. You know, coach does a great job there. You know, he always has his team ready, and we know we have a challenge. And with our team, it's just like we got to stay focused, fellas. I mean, we're only
just about over halfway, and we got a long way to go, and every team that we play in this conference is ready for us. So,
two teams looking to bounce back from tough losses last Saturday meet under the lights in Beaver Falls, as 2-3 Geneva hosts 2-3 Carnegie Mellon at Reeves Field at 7 p.m. The Tartans lead the all-time series 15-8-1, including a 35-7 decision over the Golden Tornadoes in 2015. Veteran GT head coach Gino DeMarco talks about the keys to victory against CMU.
I think number one, we want to make sure that the tailback doesn't make the trip, and that his backup is also left back in Oakland, so that would be good. I think number two, we got to come out and play our best game of the year. We're going to be able to tackle, stop the run. We can't make them two-dimensional. And then, like I said previously, we got to be able to hold on to the football, and we'll be in it.
Local rivals separated by just 14 miles of PA Route 208 renew acquaintances in Grove City, as the 0-6 Wolverines host 4-1 Westminster at Thorne Field at 1:30 p.m. It is the 98th all-time meeting between the programs in a series that started back in 1892. The Titans have won the last two meetings, including a 45-7 final a year ago. First-year Wolverine head coach Andrew DiDonato talks about the signs of progress he has seen from his young program this season.
We see vast improvements from one game to another in the little details of how we break down the game. And when you're playing a lot of young kids and you see them each week executing the process will eventually lead to where we want to be from the vision standpoint. That's what's been most exciting. It's been the buy-in, the process of what we're doing, and seeing them improve each week. And that's the biggest thing we've taken so far from this season.
In other action, 5-0 Case Western Reserve welcomes 2-3 Thiel to DeSanto Field in Cleveland at 1 p.m. The Spartans have won both meetings with the Tomcats since rejoining the PAC in 2014, including a 41-6 final in Greenville last season. Finally, local rivals will meet under the lights in Washington, as 4-1 Washington and Jefferson host 1-5 Bethany at Cameron Stadium at 6 p.m. It is the 94th all-time meeting between the programs, as the Presidents outgunned the Bison 66-42 a year ago. That's all for this edition of the PAC Football Report. For the latest news, statistics, and information on your favorite team, log on to the conference website at www.pacathletics.org. You can also follow us on social media via Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, with links available at the website. I'm Joe Underko. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you at the stadium.
Thanks, Joe. Now stay tuned for the Tomcat Football Update with head coach Dan Bloom here on 790 WPIC.
Thiel College would like to thank the following businesses for being generous supporters of Tomcat football and Thiel College athletics: Greenville Orthopedic Association and Doctors John Scullin and Stuart Anderson, specializing in the treatment of sports medicine, total joint surgery, and arthroscopic surgery. Call 800-245-8100 to make an appointment. And Greenville Moose Family Center, Lodge number 276, fun and fellowship for everyone. Log on to lodge276.mooseunits.org. Thiel College is proud to include these fine local businesses among its list of partners. For more information about Thiel College, log on to thiel.edu.
My mother told me she wanted to die at home. We needed more help than I could provide. Her doctor suggested we contact Three Rivers Hospice. I was nervous about letting a team of strangers into the house, but when they arrived, it felt like they were members of our family. They were kind, gentle, and treated Mom with respect and dignity. They knew it was a fragile time for us and did everything they could to make us all comfortable. The Three Rivers Hospice team even did the small things for Mom that were important to her. She took pride in her appearance, and they'd paint her nails and find a purse to match her outfit. Laughing was something she enjoyed right up to the end. They'd come armed with jokes to bring a smile to Mom's face, a smile we so desperately needed to see. Three Rivers Hospice helped put us at ease. They were always just a call away. We'll forever be thankful for the Three Rivers Hospice team.
All costs for Three Rivers Hospice are usually covered 100% by Medicare. Call them at 724-698-7433 or online at threerivershospice.com.
People you know, community people, people you know, community people.
With GSB Mobile from Greenville Savings Bank, you're going places. Take us with you. Enjoy access to your Greenville Savings Bank accounts anytime, anywhere. Mobile banking, online banking, and e-statements. Manage your personal finances in a way that fits your on-the-go lifestyle. Greenville Savings Bank, your hometown financial institution since 1911. Member FDIC.
Community people.
Thiel College would like to thank the following businesses for being generous sponsors of Tomcat football and Thiel College athletics. TDA, Then Design Architecture, proud to provide architectural and design services for Thiel College. Log on to thendesign.com. And McElhinney Brothers, Inc., general contractors, providing premier residential and commercial remodeling in Grove City, Hermitage, and Greenville. Call 724-638-7056 to discuss custom renovations. Thiel College is proud to include these fine local businesses among its list of partners. For more details about Thiel College, log on to thiel.edu.
I'm Devontae Sims, cornerbacks coach of the Tomcats. You're listening to Thiel Tomcat Football on News Talk 790 WPIC.
Welcome to the pregame show. And our special guest, as per usual each week on the broadcast, is Tomcat head football coach Dan Bloom. Dan, you're coming off a bye week, a week to get people a little bit healthier and get rested up. Is a bye week a good or a bad thing for a football team?
It's a little bit of both. I think it's, gets you out of your rhythm a little bit as far as your normal, game week structure. And, you kind of get in a rhythm of Sundays we meet, Mondays are off, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, practice, go play. So it got us a little bit off of that schedule, but it gave the guys a chance to get away a little bit, which was nice. I think, get them, mentally recharged. And then, as you said, it gave us some time to kind of back off physically and try to get some guys healthy that maybe had been a little banged up. It's unique for me. It's the first time in a few years that I've had a bye week as a coach. It's just, previous two places I've been, so the 6 years prior to this, we hadn't had bye weeks. So it was kind of pulling back from memory of different places I've been and different ways we structured things and tried to pull some things together. And, we learned from it, and I think, we'll make adjustments next year. But it had its positives and negatives for us.
And I'm sure a big positive was the fact that you're playing a 5-0 Case Western team that is solid offensively and defensively. You need extra time to prepare for an opponent like that, don't you?
Yeah, that was definitely a positive of it was, we got to look at them. We got to do a little bit of, game week type prep last week with the bye week and introduce Case. We didn't go over the top, like I said, Monday. We kind of did some good-on-good things and focused on our fundamentals and getting our guys squared away. But it definitely helps when you're playing a good football team like Case to get a little extra work.
We'll talk about how good the Spartans are when we return. You're listening to News Talk 790 WPIC, the voice of Thiel football.
Thiel College would like to thank the following businesses for being generous supporters of Tomcat football and Thiel College athletics. Anderson Coach and Travel, proud to be the transportation provider for the Thiel Tomcats. Call 1-800-345-3435 or log on to goanderson.com. And the ComDoc DocuCenter, located on the ground floor of Harder Hall on the Thiel College campus. The ComDoc DocuCenter is a full-service printer and open to the public. Call 724-589-2267 or log on to DocuCenter at thiel.edu. Thiel College is proud to include these fine local businesses among its list of partners. For more details on Thiel College, log on to thiel.edu.
An athlete's success depends on their body functioning at peak performance. A sports injury could mean the loss of a season or the end of a career. Sharon Regional Sports Medicine is here to help you get back in the game. From ACL tears to shoulder, arm, or ankle pain, board-certified orthopedic surgeons Dr. James Boniface and Matthew Stonestreet, together with the team at Sharon Regional, provide sports medicine and rehab services at convenient locations in Hermitage, Mercer, and Hubbard. For an appointment, call 724-981-2522.
I'm Jeff Stevens, defensive line coach at Thiel College. You're listening to the home of Thiel Tomcat football. News Talk 790 WPIC.
We're back with head coach Dan Bloom of the Thiel College Tomcats on the pregame show. Dan, is Case Western the premier team in the President's Athletic Conference as far as you're concerned?
They're definitely a top-tier team. I think when you're talking, as we're kind of going through and looking at film and things, Westminster, who we scrimmaged, is a really good football team. I can see why they're one of the top teams in the league. W&J is obviously a great team and has been for a long time. A little bit of film we saw on Thomas More, they're a good team, and Case is right up there with them. I can see why, going into the preseason, people were talking about them possibly winning the league. They're a good football team. They're well coached. That they play sound. They don't beat themselves, and they have good players, and they have for a long time. I remember back, the 2007, 8, 9 when they were making the playoffs, and I was at Mount Union, I think, for 2 of those years. So, we got to kind of hear the talk and see them and, possible crossovers, and they've been a good, solid program for a while, and they continue to be this year.
Let's talk about their offense, Coach. They're averaging 45 points a game. They appear to be the best balanced team in the PAC, a club that can throw and catch and has a good run game.
Yeah, they're very, they are very similar to W&J as far as, they're balanced. The way they throw the football, they mix in some RPOs. They try to stress you. We kind of talk the basketball and grass mentality that football's going to now, where they're trying to spread you out and hit open windows and find the soft spots and zones and coverages. And then they lean on people. What you kind of see is late in games is where their run game kind of really comes on, and they kind of get. They're playing good on defense, and they're forcing, the ball to go back, and the offense is running a lot of plays. And then, I think they're probably snapping the ball 85 or 90 times a game, and you can kind of see at the end of the game them just leaning on teams, and that's where they start hitting their big runs is late in games when they've kind of worn defenses down.
This will be the second game in a row you've seen a great quarterback. Today, it's junior Rob Kuda, who's a runner and certainly a thrower.
Yeah, he's dynamic, and they want to put the ball in his hands. When you look at their run game, their top 2 runs are the quarterback read, where they're zone reading it, and he could pull it and run, or they could throw the ball to the perimeter. And then their second run play is quarterback draw. So they want the ball in his hands, rather it be throwing or running. And he does a good job with both, making plays with his feet and through the air.
Does it help at all to have a spy on him?
That's in our game plan this week. So, we kind of talk. Every week as we kind of allude, if we're going to lose the football game, someone's got to beat us. And that's kind of going into this week is, we don't want to let him run the football, so we're going to spy. And if they're going to be successful on offense, we want them to beat us with his arm and throwing the football and making good throws, not giving him freebie throws, but kind of making him put the ball in some windows and make good throws and beat us that way. We don't want to let him run the football and, him run quarterback draw all day, so we're going to take that away and make him beat us with his arm.
Now, you probably want to remain covert, but who's the spy?
It's going to be mostly our Sam, so it'll be Ty Bynum or Doak Walker, depending on who's in the game.
Okay. Let's talk about their running back situation. A junior running back, Jacob Burke, a 210-pounder who runs downhill.
Yeah, he runs through arm tackles a lot, and he'll bounce off people. He's also their punter. He faked a punt last week against Bethany. And when he gets in the open field, he's tough for those secondary guys to tackle because he is a big body guy. But they do a good job in the box of blocking and combo blocking to the second level. And then, once he gets downhill, he's not a blazer, but he's definitely fast enough to run away from some people. But he is a big body back that'll kind of wear on you as the game goes on.
Dan Bloom, it looks like they have 3 wideouts. They spread the ball around to Brendan Lynch, the senior, and sophomores Justin Fan and Hunter Tullock. Do their styles blend well?
Yeah, Lynch and Fan are pretty similar. They're kind of more smaller, scat back type receivers. 5'8", 5'9" guys that. They'll line up a lot of different places, but they're going to be in the slot more than anything. They're going to catch bubbles and screens and things like that and try to get them the ball in open space. Hunter came on a little more last week. It seemed like they were trying to target him a little more than they had, where he'll be to the single receiver side and they'll try to get him the ball. But Lynch is the one who makes everything go. Kuda definitely likes looking his direction. There's a comfort level with him. And then Fan's a younger guy, but you can kind of see where they're prepping him to be kind of that next big receiver for him.
Mm-hmm. Their 3-4 defense only gives up 13 points a game, and I know seeing them the last couple of years, Dan, it seems to me like they just don't want to get beat deep, and they're so sound fundamentally. Is that right?
Yeah, they keep the ball in front of them in the secondary. They're going to make you drive the field. They do a great job of making you drive the field. They're going to mix their pressure. The big thing for us is it seems like they're kind of a flavor of the week with their pressure. So They were a heavy boundary pressure team early in the year, and then against Bethany, they blitzed the back a lot. So we got to kind of get a feel for what they're going to do against us, rather be field boundary, the back, the tight end, whatever it may be, and then try to exploit it once we kind of figure out what they're trying to do to us.
Their linebackers appear to be the strength of the defense, led by junior Andrew Benathi and also Justin McMahon and Chance Demery, I believe.
Mm-hmm. And, that's kind of the thing with the 3-4 is, up front you're moving the defensive line and trying to funnel the ball back to the linebackers and, gives them the opportunity to make a lot of plays. But, they're definitely good players. It's not a fix-all defense where if you don't have good players there, then, it just works itself out. They have good players on defense, and they do a great job of doing what they're coached to do and getting off blocks and making plays. But their linebackers are definitely the heart and soul. A la most 3-4 defenses, the Steelers, for years and years, the linebackers are the guys that make plays and make the thing go for you.
Now, Coach Debelak, I assume, coaches his defensive backs to not give up the big play. Does this group do a pretty good job of preventing that?
Yeah, there's not many snaps you see on film as far as, people running by them and them getting beat deep. They keep the ball in front of them. Like I said, they want to make you continue to snap the football. So, you might hit some plays, but they're going to get it knocked down and make you snap the ball again. And that's a good key for good defenses is, even if they give up some plays, they force you to snap the ball again. They don't give up the big explosive plays that are long touchdowns and things like that.
Dan Bloom, I want to ask you about your injury situation coming off the bye and also some keys to victory, keys to success today against this sound football team. We'll do that when we return. This is Hugh Ringer on 790 WPIC, the home of Tomcat football.
Thiel College would like to thank the following businesses for being generous supporters of Tomcats football and Thiel College athletics. The Greens of Greenville. Log on to greensofgreenville.com. Ilsco Extrusions, one of the industry's most efficient aluminum extrusion mills, and proud to support Thiel College. Log on to ilscoextrusions.com for more information. And the Thiel College Blue Gold Club, proudly serving the Thiel College athletic programs since 1990. Thiel College is proud to include these fine local businesses among its list of partners. For more information about Thiel College, log on to thiel.edu.
It's 3 scares in 1. Hell's Hollow Haunt in Mercer, PA. Experience the haunted hay wagon of horror, the frightening field of corn, and the bloody barn with 3 levels of terror. Beware the legend. Purchase a combo ticket for only $20 per person. Friday and Saturday nights through October 29th. Hell's Hollow Haunt. 340 Bestwick Road, Mercer, PA. Money-saving coupons online at hellshollowhaunt.com.
You are listening to News Talk 790 WPIC. Sharon Hermitage, a Cumulus station, sponsored by the Ridgewood at Shenango Valley, a premier senior living residence.
This is Daryl Satterfield, quarterback's coach. You're listening to the home of Thiel Tomcat football, News Talk 790 WPIC.
Hugh Ringer and Don Auchenbaugh back in Cleveland at DeSanto Field. Thiel and Case Western are about ready to kick off. And when we did talk to Coach Dan Bloom of the Thiel Tomcats, Don, I asked him about his injury situation. One player of note is out. Wide receiver Eugene Bailey, one of the real good freshmen, will not play today, should be back next week. Also, Joe Krim, the veteran nose tackle who's been out for several weeks with a head injury, is out and will remain out this week. Others like Rich Proper and the Zinsmeister brothers are still a little dinged up, but they're going to play. Thiel won the toss and deferred to the second half, and Chris Rosales, the freshman from Florida, kicks off, and we are underway. It is taken at the 20-yard line by Justin Fan, and Fan is up to about the 30-yard line where he is brought down by one of the Tomcat special teams players over on the far side, the Greenville product, who we think may see a lot of time at linebacker today, Matt Crawford. Okay, let's set the Thiel defense for you, folks. The ends are Kyler Jefferson, the senior, and sophomore Cody Wagner. Justin Anderson, the 295-pound freshman, is on the nose. Your linebackers are Walker, Elk, and Bynum. We'll get to the secondary in a moment. Case Western is at the line of scrimmage with Rob Kuda in the gun at the controls with the big running back Jacob Burke behind him and a man in motion. The give is to Burke, and Burke hits into the line for about 6 yards, it looks like, across the 35 to about the 37-yard line. We'll give him 5, 2nd and 5, and boy, they're right to the line of scrimmage on 2nd and 5. Swing passes out here to Fan, and Fan has some room, shakes a tackle, and gets across the 50 to the Thiel 46-yard line. And who missed that tackle? Was that... I believe the cornerback, Sarator on this side. So it's 1st and 10 now for Case Western. And again, we'll get you in here, Mr. Aukenbaugh, when we have a chance. But Case Western is really running that hurry-up offense with quarterback Rob Kuda, who can run and throw. 1st and 10 at the Thiel 46, just underway. Man in motion. Here's the give, and it's to Burke. And Burke rides one of the Thiel linebackers up to about the 40-yard line. He gets 7 yards on the play, setting up 2nd and 3. And, Don, the Cats are having trouble stopping the run and the pass.
Kyler Jefferson on a stop that time for the Tomcats.
All right. Kuda at the line of scrimmage on 2nd and 3 at the Thiel 41. He shifts Burke to his right. He looks. He throws the flanker screen. Another missed tackle by Thiel. It's caught out there by the wideout and gets down to about the 34-yard line. That was Brendan Lynch who shook that initial tackler, and it looked like the initial tackler for Thiel was Matt Crawford.
Who's playing in place of Doak Walker, by the way.
Yes, that's a very interesting development. Here's the snap to Kuda. He gives it to Lynch, and Lynch is across the 30 and leans to about the Thiel 29-yard line. So once again, tackling in the secondary has been an early problem for Thiel in this game.
Tomcats are doing a good job making the initial contact. They're just not wrapping up, and the rush after contact is huge for Case right now.
All right, Kuda in the gun. He has 4 wides, 3 to the left on 2nd down and 7. He takes the snap, fakes back, throws down the middle, got his receiver, and it's inside the 10 to the 9-yard line, and making the catch is Brendan Lynch. And Lynch is tackled out there by the Tomcats' Dalton Dabrowski, but it's another 1st down, and here's the give. No, Kuda keeps. Kuda's going to go right in for a touchdown. Well, just like with W&J 2 weeks ago, Don, it's way, way too easy for this Case offense. Nobody laid a mitt on the quarterback, Rob Kuda, after a beautiful fake to Lynch. He just took it off the left side, unmolested touchdown, 6-0 Case Western, and Ben Carniol is in to try the extra point. He is a junior from Vienna, Virginia. The ball's high, the kick is up, though, and the kick is good. The hold was good, and there's a timeout on the field. Case draws first blood, leading Thiel 7-0 on News Talk 790 WPIC.
Thiel College would like to thank the following businesses for being generous supporters of Tomcat football and Thiel College athletics. Cianci's Motel, located at 399 Mercer Road. Log on to ciancysmotel.com or call 724-588-8550 for more information. Remember to ask for the Thiel discount. And UPMC Horizon, life-changing medicine. Log on to upmc.com. Thiel College is proud to include these fine local businesses among its list of partners. For more information about Thiel College, log on to thiel.edu.
I'm Dan Bloom, head coach of the Tomcats, and you're listening to Thiel Football on News Talk 790 WPIC.
Hugh Ringer and Don Aukenbaugh back in Cleveland. 10-yard touchdown run by Rob Kuda. Extra point is good. Kickoff by the Case Western Spartans is taken by Jaquan Hicks, the freshman from Ware Shoals, South Carolina, who crosses the 20 up to about the 23, where the Cats get the ball 1st down and 10. And, of course, they will be led by the senior quarterback Ryan Radke out of Lancaster, New York. His running back will be Nick Barca to start the ball game. We expect to see Peyton Hicks, the freshman from Woodland Hills, and James Young, the sophomore from nearby Macedonia, Ohio. Not playing today is Bailey, and it looks like the young man who is getting the start today in his place is Sam Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick, the freshman from Delray Beach, Florida. Back is Radke. The pass is low. Diving attempt by Alex Horvatus up at about the 28-yard line, and he can't pull it in. 2nd and 10 for Thiel.
Snap was high that time. Graham got out of the sink right off the bat, but the Tomcats are going to have any chance today. They really need to get some long drives on offense and keep that Spartan offense on the sidelines.
Horvatus and Fitzpatrick to the left. Wide to the right is freshman Deshaun Bracey, and now we have a change of footballs. I don't know what that would be. It can't be a wet ball on a beautiful day like this. Maybe it just needed to be inflated a little bit.
Probably
where's Tom Brady?
It was probably a case football and not a Thiel football.
Oh, a case football. Well, that's not good. Thiel has the ball. All right, Radke in the gun. Rayshawn Nevins over the ball at center. Snap is again a little high, but they give to Barca. Barca hits the hole hard and gets a couple of yards up to about the 25-yard line, where it's going to be 3rd down and about 8 for Thiel, trailing 7-0 early in this one.
And we talked in the pregame about how good Case's defense is. This is not a situation where you want to be 3rd and long, and right now they're 3rd and 8. That's not a situation that's going to be good for the Tomcats.
Cats bring in a 4th wide. It would be Hicks, I believe. Here is Radke going to roll to the left. He's going to try to keep it. Boy, they have him hemmed in at the 20, and he loses 3, setting up 4th and 13. And, you know, we kind of expected to see this, Dawn. This defense has Ryan Radke scouted. They're not going to let anybody get to the perimeter. They're not going to allow any big plays. So the Cats quickly go 3 and out. And now it's going to be on the defense to come out and tackle somebody in this series when Case gets the football back.
Good news is he's a senior quarterback. Bad news is they've seen him for 3 years.
That's right. Dylan Kleckner, the freshman, takes a low snap, gets it away at the 10, and gets a very good kick that is going to spiral down to Fan, who is hit immediately on a great special teams tackle. Was that J.T. Hampton,
it
I believe?
Was.
The
yes,
freshman from nearby Glen Oak High School in Canton, Ohio.
Nice job that time. Got down there, broke down, waited for him to catch the ball, and just made a great picture-perfect tackle.
That's the kind of tackle you want on special teams. The ball is down on the 42-yard line, Case's own 42, and the Spartans leading 7-0. Take the ball 1st and 10.
Steve Kozik in at nose tackle now for the Tomcats. See if we can stuff up that run a little bit.
Well, he's a big one, so we'll see if he can do it. Rob Kuda, of course, is the quarterback, and he has Burke behind him and a man in motion, Fan, from left to right. Here's the fake, and back is Kuda down the middle, got his receiver again, and that's Brendan Lynch. And once again, trailing the play there quite a bit was for the Thiel Tomcats in coverage, Dalton Dabrowski. All right, here's the quick swing out there to Fan, 30, 25, 20, and out of bounds at about the 19-yard line. They don't give you a chance to catch your breath on offense, Dawn. They come right up to the line of scrimmage and run the next play. Boy, I'll tell you, Thiel has its hands full here today with this football team. And now quarterback Kuda takes time to get some instructions from the bench. Now he settles with 4 wides and a setback Lynch back there with him. He's straight back. He's going to look. He's got Fan inside the 15, tackled this time immediately by Martin at the 13-yard line. So the defensive captain for Thiel, Trevor Martin out of Meadville High School, made the play. 2nd down and 6. Quick pass out here to the side. It's caught but going nowhere.
Nice job.
And brought down, was that Crawford? Yeah, Matt Crawford from Thiel in Greenville came up immediately and stopped the receiver in his tracks.
Second time he's made that play. The first time he didn't make the tackle and the receiver got away for a big gain. That time he did make the tackle and sets up a 3rd and about 3 for the Spartans.
Zach Hurd was the recipient of that pass, but probably wishes he'd have put it on the ground. 3rd down 4, no gain. All right, Kuda in the gun. Kuda going to give it this time to his back Lynch, and Lynch is running over tacklers near the goal line. And it's the fumble on the play. Thiel thinks they may have it at the 1-yard line. Let's wait and see. I don't like the fact that I don't have a signal yet, though.
No, I think they're going to call him down.
I think the linesman is coming in and saying down by contact back at the 2. So Jacob Burke was the ball carrier, and he was trying a little too hard and coughed it up, but a big lineman apparently recovered for Case. So it is 4th down and goal at the 2-yard line now.
No, it's first and goal here.
First and goal. They didn't change the marker over there. All right, here's the give this time, and an easy touchdown by Jacob Burke. He had a big hole off right guard, and his 2-yard run has given Case a 13-0 lead. Ben Carniol is in to try the extra point. The holder is Joey Spitali, backup wideout. The snap, Carniol's kick is up, and it hit the upright to the right. No good. So
here's our chance.
Thiel is trailing by 13. It's Case Western 13, Thiel nothing on 790 WPIC.
Thiel College would like to thank the following businesses for being generous supporters of Tomcat football and Thiel College athletics. Greenville Orthopedic Association and Doctors John Scullin and Stuart Anderson, specializing in the treatment of sports medicine, total joint surgery, and arthroscopic surgery. Call 800-245-8100 to make an appointment. And Greenville Moose Family Center, Lodge number 276. Fun and fellowship for everyone. Log on to lodge276.mooseunits.org. Thiel College is proud to include these fine local businesses among its list of partners. For more information about Thiel College, log on to thiel.edu.
I'm Brian Radikovich, running backs coach at Thiel College. You're listening to the home of Thiel Tomcat football, News Talk 790 WPIC.
The kickoff by Case Western's Jackson Calderup, only a freshman. He looks like an NFL kicker, Don. He kicked the ball through the end zone, for heaven's sakes. And Thiel will get it on the touchback on its own 25, following Jacob Burke's 2-yard touchdown run. The PAT was no good, 13-0 now in favor of Case. Don, since Thiel's coming out in the field now, briefly, Thiel's run into a buzzsaw against this club.
They talked about how good Case was, and I kind of snickered with my W&J and Thomas More bias, but this is a good football team, and the Tomcats are going to have to buckle down and play good ball themselves.
And it starts right here with execution, and they have 4 wides in the game. Snap high to Radke. Radke hands off, and I'll tell you what, you kind of feel for Nick Barca. Yeah. Barca takes the handoff, and he couldn't even get ahead of steam. He had 3 tackles there ready to meet him for a yard loss back at the 24-yard line. Come on now, Cat lineman. You got to get somebody blocked up front there.
Yeah.
2nd and 11. Radke, as always, is in the gun. There's the snap. He's back. He's going to throw. And the southpaw has Bracey up at the 35. Gets away to the 40. Nice move by the young man. And he gets the Tomcats a first down. Deshaun Bracey out of Kiski High School in Vandergrift, Pennsylvania.
Runs real good patterns. Ran a real good pattern that time. Ryan had a little bit of time. Offensive line did a nice job. Found him, made a nice catch. Kane gave up some ground. I thought maybe he was going to lose the first down, but he managed to get past the chains to move him.
Rob Thompson is in the lineup along with Fitzpatrick. Joining Horvatus and Bracey is the wides. Dropping back as Radke spins, going to run, and going to dance out of bounds by the Thiel bench across the 40 at about the 42. We will give him a solid, they're going to say out of bounds at the 40. We'll give him 3, 2nd and 7.
Alex Habib, the outside linebacker, came on a blitz that time, and Ryan did a little pirouette and got around out and broke containment and looked downfield and saw that the best chance to move the chains a little bit was to run the ball, and that's what he did.
All right. 2nd down, 7. Radke fakes to Barca, throws the swing to Fitzpatrick, gets a block from Horvitis. But, boy, did you see them close in the secondary. I mean to tell you, they were up there in a flash, and they stopped Fitzpatrick, who made a move after the block from Horvitis, and he got nothing at all. So it's 3rd down and 4.
They flocked to the ball very, very well. Miles Anthony that time came all the way over from the other side of the field and wrapped them up.
I think I would take Greg Debelak's defense here at Case over any that I've seen in the last few years in this conference. All right, here's the snap to Radke, and whistles blow and flags fly, and I'm afraid the Cats are going to be guilty of an infraction here. Let's wait and see what it is. Cats are moving back.
Yeah. Little false start. Trying to get a jump on them. They're getting so much penetration and stuff. They're trying to anticipate the snap on ourselves and just moves a little bit.
By the way, Don, I noticed a lineup change here that was a surprise to us on the offensive line. Rayshawn Nevins is not at center. That's Jake Swan, back over the ball. And so we'll try to get that adjustment for you in a moment. I think they've switched some people around. Dahlkemper is now playing guard, left guard. We'll try to get the right guard for you when we have a chance. Here's the snap to Radke on 3rd and 9. He's going to run around. He finds some room. He cuts. He dips. He does. He gets across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line, but I think he's going to be a yard shy of the first down.
Going to be about a yard shy.
And the Cats are going to stay right at that line of scrimmage. Number 75 is playing right guard, and that's Gary Heiner from Brookfield. And then your right tackle, I think, is the big sophomore from Slippery Rock, Cam Neal.
Sure looks like it, yeah.
Cam Neal. So we're going to get that worked out. Peyton Hicks, the freshman tailback, is now in the football game for Thiel. Good-looking prospect out of, and now Thiel calls a time. Radke calls a time. We'll be back with this 4th down play after this break on 790 WPIC.
Thiel College would like to thank the following businesses for being generous supporters of Tomcat football and Thiel College athletics. Anderson Coach and Travel, proud to be the transportation provider for the Thiel Tomcats. Call 1-800-345-3435 or log on to goanderson.com. And the ComDoc DocuCenter, located on the ground floor of Harder Hall on the Thiel College campus. The ComDoc DocuCenter is a full-service printer and open to the public. Call 724-589-2267 or log on to DocuCenter at Thiel.edu. Thiel College is proud to include these fine local businesses among its list of partners. For more details on Thiel College, log on to Thiel.edu.
I'm Matt Arshenkoff, Special Teams Coordinator and Defensive Backs Coach. Follow the Thiel Tomcats right here on News Talk 790 WPIC.
4th and 1 for Thiel on their own 46. Let's see if they can get it. The line is in tight. Radke in the gun. Barca beside him. He's going to fake to Barca. He's going to keep it. He got a block from his right guard. Gary Heiner, the 260-pounder from Brookfield, cleared the way. And across the 50-yard line is quarterback Ryan Radke to the Case 49. And the Cats make it on 4th and 1 and live to play another series here.
Nice job by the offensive line getting a push. Picked up more than they needed, and that really is a big shot in the arm for the Tomcat offense.
Ryan Rowland comes in at tight end for Thiel. Here is Radke rolling. He throws a pass, and it's caught out there by Jaquan Hicks for a few yards down to about the 46-yard line. Give him 3. 2nd down and 7. And the pass was a little low.
Yeah.
Not that well thrown. Again, Ryan on the run.
Yeah.
And that's his biggest difficulty as a quarterback, throwing on the run.
And he's having some trouble, because he's worried about the rush, so he's not giving his receivers a chance to run after the catch. They're making a catch, but he's not really putting the ball in a place where they can run after the catch.
3 wides at his disposal, and Peyton Hicks is back in the game. Here's the roll to the right. He's going to keep the ball, and he pushes. How about that? He's at the 40, and did he step out of bounds?
He did.
He did. Did you see him push Cam Neal, his right tackle? He said, come on, big boy. Let's get downfield. Let's make the block.
Looks like those old films of Gale Sayers where he put his hand on the offensive lineman's back before he made his cut. And I'll tell you, if the Tomcats are going to do anything on offense today, and I think we've shown that we can, it's going to be Ryan Radke leading the way because he's the multi-purpose quarterback.
Ryan told me down in the field, he said, my legs feel fresher. He said, I really loved the off week. And he said, my ankle's still bothering me a little bit, but I got it taped up and I'm okay. Here's the give to Peyton Hicks, and he might have a yard down to about the 37.5-yard line. So we'll give him 1, 2nd and 9 at the 37.5 of Case Western. Case leading the ball game by a score of 13-0, but the Cats are showing some life here.
Tell you, like you said, there's a revamped offensive line. You've got a couple of other wide receivers in there. Sam Fitzpatrick is playing a lot of football today for the Cats.
All right. Radke rolls left, throws. Oh, did he get hit? My goodness. He got almost decapitated by that on-rushing lineman. And who was that assassin? Andrew Benathi.
Yes, it was.
The inside linebacker from Illinois. Really put the wood to him up high.
Yeah, and what's really surprising is he was blocked, and he came off the block. And Ryan, that was a quick hitter, too. Ryan didn't really have time to hit it, and that sets up that 3rd and 9, and that's the situation we really wanted to be out of.
All right, 3rd and 9 again for Radke. He has Fitzpatrick motioning left to right and back left again. Straight back Radke, going to throw on the run. Horvitis makes a little spin move across the 35 to the 33, but he's going to be well short of first down yardage. In fact, he's going to need, I would say, 5 more yards, and let's see if the Cats are going to go for it on 4th and 5.
I think that play was called with going for it on 4th and 9 instead of trying to wait for Ryan to get enough people down the field with that pass rush, especially when they were coming with a blitz in 3rd and long. Let's pick up a short amount, and then we'll come back and pick up another short amount on 4th.
Rob Thompson is in the game. 4 wides for Thiel. Fitzpatrick to the right. Thompson motions left to right. And straight back is Radke. He needs a big one here. He's going to run. He's at the 30, the 25, the 20,
nice job.
down to the 15. He put some dipsy-doos on that secondary, and they're picking themselves up slowly. Case Western Reserve secondary, and one young man is not getting up.
Alex Habib, it looks like his shoulder situation.
He has a shoulder problem.
Boy, he wants to play.
Yeah, he does. There is a timeout. So the timeout for injury will be back on 790 WPIC.
Dr. Dominic Lombardi and the rest of the Lombardi and McCammett dental team prides themselves on being able to provide world-class, stress-free dental care for you and your family to look and feel your best. They perform the majority of procedures in their office. Everything from a simple checkup and cleaning to fillings, crowns, dentures, root canals, extractions, and more. Lombardi and McCammett Dental, 60 North Mercer Avenue, Sharpsville, 724-962-2138, or online at lombardismiles.com. For a limited time with a new patient exam and cleaning, receive a professional custom whitening for just $100. Great for homecoming.
People you know. Community.
I'm Matt Arshenkoff, Special Teams Coordinator and Defensive Backs Coach. Follow the Thiel Tomcats right here on News Talk 790 WPIC.
Hugh Ringer and Don Auchenbaugh back in Cleveland. Case Western leading Thiel 13-0. But play is already underway after that aborted timeout for injury. And Radke on 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line runs a keeper to the right and is thrown by the linebacker Benathi for a loss of 1 on the play. It is now 2nd and 11 for Thiel on the Case 16-yard line. Again, Radke in the gun, going to run down the line of scrimmage, fakes the pitch, keeps the ball, and doesn't have much yardage again.
That was, to quote Shakespeare, much ado about nothing. A lot of running around, but really only gained about a yard, maybe a yard and a half. They tried to run the option that time with the Barca and just didn't pitch it, and he put the ball out there, and you got to watch about ball protection there a little bit. But Ryan's a veteran. He knows what he's doing, and it sets up another 3rd and long, so see if the Tomcats can do something.
We'll call it 3rd and 9 for Ryan Radke. The fact that he keeps the ball so much and has the ball in his hands so often, he's not really surprised at all when he starts to run. Back to pass, throwing to the side, incomplete to Alex Horvitis down around the 5-yard line, but he was covered very, very closely, and it's 4th down for Thiel, and I think
they're going
to try a field goal, and, of course, coming in to do the kicking is Chris Rosales.
No, it isn't.
It is not Chris Rosales.
Thiel.
Colin Thiel?
Yep.
Colin Thiel is in the ball game, and he's going to do the kicking. Okay.
No, it isn't. No,
I think it's Rosales.
Yep, he just looks
From the 20, it's a 31-yard attempt. The kick is up. The kick is good. Chris Rosales from Port St. Lucie, Florida, nails a 31-yard field goal right down Broadway. The Tomcats are on the board. It's now Case 13 and Thiel 3 on 790 WPIC.
People you know, community people, people you know, community people.
With GSB Mobile from Greenville Savings Bank, you're going places. Take us with you. Enjoy access to your Greenville Savings Bank accounts anytime, anywhere. Mobile banking, online banking, and e-statements. Manage your personal finances in a way that fits your on-the-go lifestyle. Greenville Savings Bank, your hometown financial institution since 1911. Member FDIC.
Community people, you know.
I'm Ryan Matvica, wide receivers coach. You're listening to the home of Thiel Tomcat football. News Talk 790 WPIC.
All right, we're back at DeSanto Field at Case Western. After converting 2 fourth-down plays, the Tomcats cash in on a 31-yard Chris Rosales field goal, 13-3 Case, and Thiel kicks off to Case, and the ball takes a very bad Thiel bounce, but it might turn out to be a good bounce because it bounces right back to a Tomcat, and would you believe the Cats have the funniest onside kick, and it's not onside.
No.
But it has the same effect, only better, because they get the ball on the Case Western 32, and who got the ball?
Dusty Main's got it, number 53, and what happened was for a bunch of smart people at Case Western, and this is academic geniuses here, they forgot to cover the kickoff. They all went looking for it, and it was kind of like a golf shot. Came back towards the Tomcats, and Dusty Mains fell right on it.
And Fan was the deep man, Don.
Yeah.
He came up. He was ready to take it, and his teammates, I think, knew it. But then the ball took that reverse English and bounced back upfield, and he couldn't get to it. There was too much humanity there, and most of them had white jerseys on. High snap to Radke. He's going to keep it, and look at him. He's down to the 25, the 20, and down to the 19. How did he make something out of that?
I'll tell you what, I took a deep breath when the ball was almost over his head, and I think they relaxed a little bit, and he just ran right past the Case Western defenders.
He'll put it on the 20 of Case, and it's 1st and 10 for Thiel. You know, Thiel has gotten a tremendous break here, Don, and late first quarter with 1:20 left. They have a chance to be very, very much back in this ball game if they can capitalize. Here's the snap on first down. It's on the ground, but Barca picks it up and tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but I think he lost about a half yard. That was not very well done.
Yeah, that was 2 bad snaps in a row that time. That one was too low. I think Swan was trying to adjust for the high snap, and fortunately Barca picked it up, but there was no place for him to go.
Well, the Cats are having problems with the new center here. I got to be honest with you. It's been a problem the whole quarter, working out of the gun.
Don't want to leave a young team hanging around, though, because they're growing with confidence. 2nd
down and 11 for Radke and the Thiel offense. He's back. He looks. He has time. He throws a little out there and breaking a tackle for Thiel, but not getting any further because the cavalry is there.
Fitzpatrick,
the freshman from Florida. And he does get inside the 20 to about the 18-yard line, setting up a 3rd, and I would say it looks like about 7.
Yeah, then you really don't want to, even though a field goal is nice, that's the end of the quarter.
Is that the end of the quarter? Okay.
They're going to let it run out. There are about 12 seconds left.
All right, so after 1, it's Case Western Reserve 13, Thiel 3. Don't go anywhere. Cats are knocking on the door in the red zone on News Talk 790 WPIC.
On the go? No time to stop? That's when you'll love the Medicine Shop Pharmacy's drive-through window service in Hermitage and Greenville. Next time you have a prescription to get, or vitamins, medication, bandages, any kind of health need, simply call ahead, place your order, and we'll have it ready for you at our drive-through window. Prescriptions, health supplies, all ready for pickup at the Medicine Shop in Greenville and Hermitage. Our friendly drive-through window service keeps you right where you want to be, in the driver's seat.
I'm Devontae Sims, cornerbacks coach of the Tomcats. You're listening to Thiel Tomcat Football on News Talk 790 WPIC.
Hugh Ringer and Don Achenbaugh back in Cleveland after 1. Case Western leading Thiel 13-3. Don, you have the stat sheet in hand. I assume the numbers are modest for Thiel. What do you see?
39 yards rushing for Radke, 23 yards passing for Radke. Rob Kuda, 7 for 7 for 92 yards and no touchdowns. But
he's pretty efficient.
Yes, he is.
Pretty efficient. So, play's about to resume. The Cats have it 3rd and 8 on the 18-yard line of Case. And this is a big play. Thiel needs to convert right here. And we're waiting for the dance team from Case.
Well, that's okay. You know, they work hard all week, too.
And now they finish their routine.
These referees, I think they have Indians tickets because they're rushing this game along.
I think they don't want to miss the first pitch at Progressive Field. I'm convinced of that. Started the game early. They're rushing the commercial breaks. All right, here's Radke, 3rd and 8. He's back. He's going to throw. Dropped by Hicks. He had the ball at the 13-yard line, knew he was going to be hit, and it sailed out of his mitts. So it's 4th down, and Chris Rosales is going to come in and try to do his Ben Agajanian reprise here if he can in the kicking department. Josh Dando's going to hold at the 25. This one would be a 35-yarder. He kicked a 31-yarder a little bit ago. Ball's down, kick is up. This is going to be way too low. The rush was too great, and the field goal didn't have a chance.
No, and that wastes that fortunate kickoff recovery for the Tomcats. But tell you what, though, you got to like the way their enthusiasm, and they got to feel like they're playing with these guys after one quarter. And if they can find a way to stop this Case Western offense, they may have a shot to hang in there. And if you let them hang in long enough, young teams can do strange things if they're given a chance. And
now I notice Doak Walker is out on the field. Is this the first time he's been in today?
Is. Yeah.
Well, Doak is out there.
Check out Trey Andrews' outfit there, number 31.
Yeah.
Wearing the pink.
Boy, he is wearing the pink. He's pretty flashy with those socks, let me tell you. Rob Kuda in the gun for Case from his own 20-yard line. He is going to fake it and go straight back and has all day to throw, and he's got his receiver Fan down at the 46 and runs it to the 48. Did you see him have time to stop and make that little move? Boy, he is a diminutive one, is he not?
But he gets open.
But he knows how to get open, and he catches the ball. Here is the fake, and Kuda's going to keep it. 50, 45, 40, taking a tackler with him to the 32-yard line. So here we go again. The Tomcats at this point seem powerless to stop this club. Jacob Burke remains as the tailback for Kuda, and they get some other reinforcements on the field. We see a new receiver coming in, Zach Hurd out of Perry, Ohio. They don't have much size in their receiving corps, but the guys get open. Kuda sends a man in motion. That's Pham. Here's the give to Burke. And Burke is going to get some yardage into the center of the line down to about the 24.
Tyler Jefferson on the stop. I see we got Crawford now, since they brought Doak Walker into the game, got Crawford lining up at defensive end. It's almost like they have 2 down linemen and a bunch of linebackers for the Tomcats.
2nd down and about 3 after the 7-yard gain by Burke. Quarterback Rob Kuda going to start his cadence again, shifts Burke a little bit. He's going to give it off to Burke, and Burke follows his lineman and carries a couple of Thiel people down to about the 21-yard line, and that's going to move the chains. It'll be 1st and 10 for Case Western.
Tell you what, they're hitting him, but they just he's getting positive yardage on every play. They're hitting him right as he gets at the line of scrimmage, but they just he just drags him. He just keeps those legs churning, and not a whole lot the Tomcats can do with it.
4 wide receivers in the game for Case, including Hurd and Fan, and also the young man who's been running the slants, Brendan Lynch, down here to the left. Burke is his tailback, and Burke gets the fake, and there's the slant, incomplete. Hurd had it down at about the 10 and couldn't squeeze it. Probably heard footsteps coming from behind, so it's going to be 2nd down and 10.
Tyler Jefferson got the ball, tipped the ball at the line of scrimmage, too. It sort of threw off the arc a little bit. Looked like it was an opportunity maybe for the Tomcats to pick it off, but they were concentrating on making the tackle and not catching the football.
All right, again, quarterback Rob Kuda in the gun. Burke repositions. Kuda back. Kuda going to throw. He's got Fan, and Fan is down close to the 10-yard line. Again, made that little catch in the open seam and cut it right and has another first down. This kid is,
they're saying,
really small. He's 5'8", 150.
I think he's 150 if he has his second wide receiver on his back.
Yeah, or 2 sets of shoulder pads.
He's smaller than Thiel.
Oh, he is. He's really small.
We can't seem to stop him right now, though.
1st and 10 on the 10. He could still get a first down inside the 1. Here's Kuda giving it off, and Burke is going to take it and carry it down inside the 10. Looks like down to about the 6, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay. 2nd down and 6 at that point on the 6-yard line. Burke sets up in a true I. Now he shifts a little bit. Give again is to Burke. He is hit immediately, but just like you said, Don, he carries a tackler about 2 yards.
This time it was Jake Elk.
Yep, Jake Elk hit him, but boy, he couldn't stop him there. Burke is a 210-pound tailback, so he packs a little bit of a wallop, and he's 4 yards short of the first down. It'll be 3rd down and 4 at about the 5-yard line.
He runs with his shoulders parallel to the line, too. He's not turning sideways. He's just running forward all the time.
All right, now let's see if Kuda keeps it rather vanilla here with Burke again. He has 4 wides in the game. He's got the guy on the right set up for a nice slant in single coverage. Let's see what he does. He's going to roll to the right. He's going to cut it up, but he's not going to go because Ty Bynum is in his kitchen. And Ty Bynum said, "Not now, young man. You're going down." Nice play by Tyrone Bynum, the outstanding linebacker. I think Thiel's best defensive player so far in 6 games. Stops them here, and it's going to force a field goal try.
Nice job defense.
Yes, and in to try the field goal.
Looks like a 24-yarder.
24-yarder is Ben Carniol. The snap is good. The ball's down. Carniol's kick is up.
Nope.
No good. He missed.
Good job, defense.
So the defense bent, but didn't
take
break.
over.
And they're going to take over the football.
Nice job by the Tomcat defense that time. They got pushed back right from the start, but once they got down inside the 15, there's a lot less yardage for Case to work with, and the Tomcats stiffened and give this ball back over to the offense, who's shown some signs of life in the last 2 series. So, it's still only a 13-3 ball game, partway through the second quarter. So let's go Tomcat offense and see if we can get a nice long drive going here, keep the defense off the field, and get some points.
A reminder, folks, stay tuned at halftime. Jeff Stevens, the new defensive line coach at Thiel, will be our special guest, and he's a very interesting fellow, believe me. All right, here's the give now, and that's Anquan Hicks out of the tailback position,
job.
And he changes up things a little bit. Case wasn't ready for it.
Nope.
And Hicks crosses the 30 to the 34 and moved those chains for a first down. That was around a 14, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a nice job. You asked Coach Bloom what they did during their time off on the bye week. Apparently they put a couple of wrinkles in the offense.
Yeah, and Coach Bloom said we put some new wrinkles in.
That's nice.
We've got some people playing different positions, and they're not expecting it, and we're going to try a few here today. All right, here's the pitch to Barca.
Nice job.
Barca's across the 40 and steps out of bounds right. Well, actually, they're going to say he stepped out of bounds where?
Earlier, 38.
My gosh, at the 38-yard line. So it's still a gain, though. Yeah,
like
it's a nice gain of about 6.
Now they're moving it back to the 38, yeah. Tell you what, though, what you want to do when you're a young football team is you want to get the ball into the hands of your playmakers. Ryan's a playmaker. Hicks is a playmaker. They've got a couple of them. Let's get the ball to them.
It's a gain of 4 after they reposition it, 2nd and 6. Here's Radke's quick pass, and it was dropped.
Hicks.
And there was Hicks, who tried to run but didn't have the ball. He was looking for a defender and didn't look the ball into his hands.
So I think we've established this afternoon that we ought to hand the ball off to him. Those longer handoffs don't seem to work too well. It's 2 drops for him today. And we need to get him the ball in space, and that's what they're trying to do in a couple of different ways.
Yeah.
So
3rd down, 6 for Thiel. Ball is on their own 38-yard line.
Going to the 2-back set again with Hicks in the backfield next to Radke.
Radke has sidecars on either side. Here's the snap. He's back. He has time. He throws. He has Hicks. And Hicks, with a flag flying, is going to get the first down.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
No, you mean there's a penalty on Thiel?
I think it's going to be an offensive pass interference. You can't pick like that. It was Hicks.
What happened?
Hicks came off. We had who is it? Fitzpatrick out in a pattern. They ran a little screen. He tried to rub him off, and he rubbed off, and I think it's going to be offensive pass interference against the pass.
I think you're right. Doggone it. That was well executed otherwise.
Yeah.
Hicks had the first down, made a nice run after catch.
Think of it as a basketball play. Hicks came out, and Fitzpatrick threw a screen for him, and you're just not allowed to do that in the secondary like that. So that's going to be a big one. That's going to set up a long...
Sure is. Wow. Boy, you talk about a terrible penalty. That takes it inside the 25 back to the 23-yard line.
That's a drive killer right there.
My goodness sakes, that's going to set up 10, 20, by my math, 21 yards. Yeah. This is now a 3rd and 21 for Thiel.
About a 35-yard field position change from the first down to
back
this.
At the 23-yard line. Radke has 4 wides, and all he can do is air it out. And he's going to have to buy time, but he's going to try to run. And, of course, they'll say, gee, we are glad you did that, Ryan. And he only gets out to about the 27.5-yard line.
Yeah, we really
So that penalty was an absolute killer for Thiel.
Really not an offense that's designed to go 2nd and 3rd and 21.
And trailing 13-3 in the ball game, Thiel's going to have to punt it away.
Need to get a big kick here.
All right, Dylan Kleckner's going to be standing back at about his 15-yard line, and Fan is the deep man at his own 35. The kick is away from Fan and takes a bounce at the 40 and going to settle right on the 40-yard line. So Case Western will have the football on its own 40, leading 13-3 at the 8:30 mark of the second period.
Tell you what, though, the Tomcats are hanging tough with them. They got off to a rocky start with the first two drives, but now they had a couple of opportunities on offense that they didn't quite get to, but on defense, just got to find a way to shut this kid down early so they can get the ball back.
Rob Kuda, of course, will come to the line of scrimmage, and he has Jacob Burke as his running back. 4 wides in the football game. Thiel in its 3-4 defense, showing a little bit of a blitz. Here's Kuda back. He has all day to throw it, and he's got his man in the middle. 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Sarah Torr was beaten badly in the middle.
Brendan Lynch.
And that was Brendan Lynch, who loves to run slants, does he not?
He does.
He has killed Thiel with slants all day, but the real killer was this one from 60 yards away. And it has gone to a 19-3 lead with Carniol into the game to try to add point number 20. Nobody laid a hand on that wide receiver. There's the kick. It's up. It's good. It is Case Western 20, Thiel 3 on 790 WPIC.
Comfort, compassion, character. Todd C. Alexander, DMD, dentistry for adults and children. A thought defines a belief. A step defines a journey. A smile defines a person. Allow a thought. Step toward a journey. Smile. Define yourself. Todd C. Alexander, DMD, dentistry for adults and children. 2005 East State Street, Hermitage, Pennsylvania.
I'm Jeff Stevens, defensive line coach at Thiel College. You're listening to the home of Thiel Tomcat football. News Talk 790 WPIC.
Brendan Lynch, the young man from Freeport High School in western Pennsylvania, catches a slant, takes it 60 yards for a touchdown, extra point good, 20-3 Case, and Carniol's kick is short. It's going to be taken at the 20 by Jaquan Hicks, and the man from South Carolina is out to the 35-yard line where he's brought down, and the Cats, trailing by 17, Dawn, will get the football. A reminder that we'll be on the air again next Saturday from Gessling Stadium in picturesque Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. in the Oakland section where Carnegie Mellon is.
It certainly is.
It'll be the Tartans against the Tomcats next week at 1 o'clock.
Location of one of the best football games we ever saw, Hugh, back in 2005.
Boy, was
that incredible?
I can still see Brandon Chambers going high for a Darryl Satterfield pass in OT.
Yep.
That locked up a 10-0 season. Here's the give straight ahead to the Tomcat tailback, who gets a couple of yards up to about the 37-yard line and will identify.
Green. 27 Green.
Was that Green? Okay, so we've gone now to our fourth tailback here today. And John Green, young man from West Mifflin, was the ball carrier. So, gain of 2, 2nd and 8. Green stays in the game behind Radke. Radke going to roll down the line of scrimmage, and he's going to keep and get a couple more yards up to about the 39. Setting up 3rd down and 7.
Look, Ryan was looking for a face mask that time. Brian McNamara, the defensive end from Aurora, Ohio, really just wrapped him up. And once you get him up off the ground, there's not a whole lot you can do when you're that small and that guy's that big. McNamara is a pretty big boy, sitting at 6'2", 230.
Green is leaving the lineup, and Nick Barca is back in.
Again,
is that Jaquan Hicks lining up in the backfield again? So 2 backs as protectors, we could say, for Radke on 3rd and 6. He's going to roll left. He's being chased by that linebacker. He's going to run and throw to nobody downfield. 4th down, punt formation for Thiel.
Yeah, that time they ran the same play without the benefit of Fitzpatrick blocking in front, and just couldn't get Hicks open enough that Ryan could get his shoulder squared to the line of scrimmage because he was running for his life. And the linebacker chasing him that time was Dan Techman, who really just matched him stride for stride and didn't give Ryan a chance to turn up and throw the ball.
All right, Kleckner is going to stand back at the 25. His leg getting a workout here in the first half. And it's going to be a fake. He's going to run. And he's going to get the first down. Yes, he did, by golly.
Yeah, I don't think it was a fake, though.
To the 46. You think it was...
I think he bobbled the ball and just took off.
You think he bobbled the ball and he took off?
Good athleticism there
that
time.
Yeah, okay. Well, the coach will probably saying, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, good play.
No, yes.
Oh, yes.
Now, that time he bobbled the ball. Case came with a big rush, and he saw the rush coming. He knew he wasn't going to get it off, so he did what athletes do. He went upfield. Unfortunately, he was going north and south and got just enough for the first down, so the Tomcat offense back out on the field.
All right. 3 wides in the game. Alex Horvaditz is wide to the right. Here's the snap, the give to Barca. Barca going to cut it up and get a few yards close to the 50-yard line. We'll give him 4, make it 2nd and 6. And, maybe it helps to send Barca in motion here and hand him the ball when he has a head of speed.
Yeah, I guess, again, these Case linemen and linebackers are just so active that you got to do something. Like they had the success with the play with Hicks because he's got such speed that you got to match their quickness, and it's hard for our offensive linemen to hold their block, so you need that quickness.
Clock runs to 5:45, second period. Snap to Radke, one hands it, looks, throws against the body, and it's caught out there beautifully. And what a catch by our freshman wide receiver. And, of course, that was Sam Fitzpatrick across the 40 up to the, 36-yard line of Case Western. And that's a Thiel first down. That was really nifty that he got away from that initial tackler.
I'll tell you what, he looks like the heir apparent to Horvadis. He's got that possession-type receiver thing, but when he catches the ball, he has this really uncanny knack of being able to turn it up and squeeze it in between a couple of defenders to get some yards after the catch.
Well, he wasn't mentioned among the top 5 or 6 receivers early on, but old number 83 out of Florida and Boca Raton has gotten himself in the mix. All right, the give this time straight ahead is to Nick Barca, and Barca gets a yard to the 35 of Case, setting up a 2nd down and 9. And Don, it's 20-3, but if Thiel can get a touchdown here, they're definitely hanging around.
I'll tell you, they're playing very, very well. They're playing against a very, very good football team like we did against W&J, and they're holding their own.
Well, other than the early problems, the slant pass that went for a touchdown the only blemish on the defense. Here's a backward screen to your tight end,
nice
Ryan
job.
Rowland, who crosses the 30 down to the 29. And a little misdirection play like that is a kind of a play that will work on a disciplined defense because they don't expect that backside pass.
And they're so aggressive chasing Ryan in the backfield, so they're moving in one direction. He stopped, turned back, threw back across the field to Rowland on the tight end screen, and he had a block out there which picked up some nice yardage. But another thing that does is it's going to slow down that pass rush a little bit because now they got to account for that because that's something we haven't seen the Tomcats run all year.
All right, Tomcats make some switches here as the play clock runs down to 7 seconds. Radke with 4 wides, 3rd down and 3 on the 29 of Case. Radke is back. He pumps. He's going to throw. He's got Bracey. Oh, he threw it badly over his head.
Yeah.
Bracey had a double move there, Don.
Nice move.
And he had beaten the corner. If Ryan just laid that up, it would have been 6.
Ryan was under a lot of pressure
Yes,
that
he
time.
was.
And the guy had one in, as Hugh Ringer would say, right in his kitchen and really couldn't step into the ball. That was a case. He tried to throw the ball too hard where a floater was better, and so it sets up 4th and about 3 for the Cats, and they're going for it.
Yep, they're at the line of scrimmage.
Peyton Hicks in at running back for the Cats.
Yeah, Hicks is his protector to the right. Bracey to the right. Fitzpatrick to the left, and the snap is to Radke, and Radke is not going to get there. They're going to stop him at about the 27.5-yard line, a yard and a half short of the first down. And Case Western at the 3:37 mark of the second period, leading 20-3, will take over the football.
Tell you what, it looked like it had promise opening up. The hole was there a little bit, but these Spartans are just so quick to the ball that it closed up about a half a yard, 3/4 of a yard short.
Have a first quarter score in the President's Athletic Conference. The battle of the backyards, Grove City and Westminster. Westminster, to no one's surprise, is only leading Grove City 10-0.
That's the surprise.
That's the surprise. It's that close. All right, here's the snap to Kuda, the quarterback, going to lay it out here. Deflected, oh my gosh, and caught by the receiver who's going to run for a touchdown. Can you believe that? It was deflected by the Tomcat cornerback on that side, Trey Andrews, right into the hands of Brendan Lynch.
I was just ready to say
his second touchdown.
I was just ready to say what a great athletic play, and then it ends up in the receiver's hands. Doggone it. That's what happens when you let somebody get behind you. He made a great athletic play, got up and got the ball, but just didn't get enough of his fingers on it.
How far was
72 yards.
72 yards. This little kid's killing us. Brendan Lynch of Sarver, Pennsylvania. All right, the snap and the kick is up and good by Carniol. It is now 27-3, Case over Thiel on 790 WPIC.
Looking for a special gift? Stop at the shop at O'Neill Coffee in West Middlesex or online at o'neillcoffee.com. They have a great assortment of gourmet coffee blends, flavored coffees, our O-Cups, special blend teas, hot cocoa, and more. At O'Neill Coffee, you'll find coffee mugs and specially made gift baskets and boxes filled with all kinds of goodies. Shop in person at the shop at O'Neill Coffee near the Viaduct on Main Street in West Middlesex, PA, or online at o'neillcoffee.com.
Thiel College would like to thank the following businesses for being generous sponsors of Tomcat.
I'm Jeff Stevens, defensive line coach at Thiel College. You're listening to the home of Thiel Tomcat football. News Talk 790 WPIC.
Look what I found. Brendan Lynch, 72-yard deflected pass for a touchdown. Extra point good. 27-3, Case over Thiel. And John Green takes the short kickoff from Carniol and crosses the 40 to about the 41, where Don Thiel will have good field position at the 3:20 mark of the second period.
Good news is the Tomcat kickoff return team's getting some real yardage on their kickoff returns. The bad news is they're getting a lot of practice.
Yep, that you don't want. So let's see what the Cat offense can do here.
Kuda's 11-12 for 262 yards in the first half.
In out-of-town football on Division I level, in the second quarter, Virginia Cavaliers leading the Pitt Panthers down in Charlottesville by a score of 27-21. Straight back is Radke. Radke going to run, and he gets across the 45 to the 46. And literally, Don, to be perfectly honest, Radke's scrambles for his life about the only offense the Cats have.
Couple of people down. Skelnikovich, the offensive lineman for the Cats, is hobbling off what looks like an ankle.
Yeah.
And then Case has somebody down. This time it looks like they're going to have to take a timeout.
So we'll take a quick 30-second time on 790 WPIC.
Thelma's Sports Nook presents the first annual Sharpsville Football Alumni and Friends Tailgate, Friday, October 21st at the Thelma's Party Complex. It all starts at 5 p.m. with pregame munchies and draft beer. Then you'll catch the shuttle to the Pines at 6:30 to see Sharpsville take on Sharon. After the game, enjoy a barbecue chicken dinner and draft beer at Thelma's Pavilion. Limited tickets are on sale now at Thelma's Sports Nook for just $20. A portion of the proceeds will benefit the Sharpsville Gridiron Club.
The Ridgewood at Shenango Valley in Hermitage, a premier senior living residence, offers private apartments and assistance with activities of...
I'm Jeff Stevens, defensive line coach at Thiel College. You're listening to the home of Thiel Tomcat football. News Talk 790 WPIC.
The injured Case Western player was Andrew Benathi. They helped him off. And in the meantime, Thiel tries to hurry up and run a play, and they have backfield in motion. So 5-yard penalty takes the ball back to their own 41-yard line. It's 2nd and 9 for Thiel. Ryan Radke in the gun. He's going to roll to the left. He's going to keep. And he's going to run across the 50
nice job,
to about the 48. I'll tell you, he does everything he can to get yardage, and he saw a little crease there and took advantage of it.
You mentioned
and gets the first down.
You mentioned it earlier that they needed to get Bark out on the wing a little bit, give him so he doesn't run right up the middle. That time they've had some great success so far running that option. A couple of times they pitched, but mostly Ryan just keeps himself, and that time picked up a first down.
1st and 10 at the Case 48 for Thiel. Radke pitches this time to Barca, and Barca gets to the corner, and that's about it. Out of bounds at about the 45 over on the far side.
Yeah.
We'll give him 3 yards, 2nd and 7.
Boy, he pitched it early, too, because he got drilled by linebacker Jeep Madison. Just drilled him that time, and the pitch was kind of wild, and Barca did a nice job, real athletic play to get the ball, but once he got there was just no room to go.
Actually, I guess they're saying no gain, Don.
No gain, yeah.
Yeah, 2nd down and 10 at the 47. Radke, with a sidecar, is back. Has time. Throws, and, broken up at the last minute down at the 26-yard line. Jaquan Hicks was the young man who went up the ladder and tried to pull that in, but that was just plain and simple a good play by the cornerback.
Daniel Fabniak.
Yeah.
Did a nice job with minute 52 left in the half. Tomcats set up again 3rd and 10.
We have a timeout. We'll take another time on 790 WPIC.
Thiel College would like to thank the following businesses for being generous supporters of Tomcat football and Thiel College athletics. Cianci's Motel, located at 399 Mercer Road. Log on to ciancysmotel.com or call 724-588-8550 for more information. Remember to ask for the Thiel discount. And UPMC Horizon, life-changing medicine. Log on to upmc.com. Thiel College is proud to include these fine local businesses among its list of partners. For more information about Thiel College, log on to thiel.edu.
This is Daryl Satterfield, quarterback's coach. You're listening to the home of Thiel Tomcat football, News Talk 790 WPIC.
All right, we're back at Case Western. It's 3rd down and 10 for Thiel on the Case Western 48-yard line in a 27-3 Case Western ball game at this point at the 152 mark before halftime. Ryan Radke in the gun with 4 wides. He's back. He gets some pressure, and the pass is caught beautifully. Bracey breaks the tackle. 20, 10, 5, kiss him goodbye. How about that play by Deshaun Bracey? How many yards was
48.
that, Don? 48 yards for the freshman from Kiski High School in Vandergrift, Pennsylvania. He shook the tackle from a couple of defenders and took it to the house.
Don't go away, folks.
All right. Let's get this extra point now. Chris Rosales is in to try the conversion. Oh, it's fumbled, and the conversion is no good. Josh Dando, doggone it, he simply dropped the snap. So there's a timeout on the field. It is now Case 27, Thiel 9 on 790 WPIC.
Thiel College would like to thank the following businesses for being generous supporters of Tomcat football and Thiel College athletics. Greenville Orthopedic Association and Doctors John Scullin and Stuart Anderson, specializing in the treatment of sports medicine, total joint surgery, and arthroscopic surgery. Call 800-245-8100 to make an appointment. And Greenville Moose Family Center, Lodge number 276. Fun and fellowship for everyone. Log on to lodge276.mooseunits.org. Thiel College is proud to include these fine local businesses among its list of partners. For more information about Thiel College, log on to thiel.edu.
You are listening to News Talk 790 WPIC. Sharon Hermitage, a Cumulus station, sponsored by the Ridgewood at Shenango Valley, a premier senior living residence.
I'm Dan Bloom, head coach of the Tomcats, and you're listening to Thiel Football on News Talk 790 WPIC.
Chris Rosales' kickoff is taken by Justin Fan at the 10. He's at the 15, giving ground, and now gets away at the 20, 25, 30, and down the 32, and only some good latent special teams play.
Dusty Maines.
By Dusty Maines out of Clearfield High School. Saved the bacon there, and they'll get the ball on their own 31. Case will, 1st and 10. Big touchdown pass. Ryan Radke, 48 yards to Deshaun Bracey, bounced off 2 defenders and took it to the house. The extra point went awry. 27-9. Thiel trailing Case here at the 1:33 mark of the second period.
Got to keep them out of the end zone before halftime.
No cheap score here, Thiel. All right, Rob Kuda going to roll to the right. Going to throw in the run. He's got his receiver at the 37, and the catch is made and running out of bounds to about the 44-yard line. And let's see who the recipient, Hunter Tullock, was the young man who made that catch. First catch of the day. It'll be 1st and 10 now for Case on its own 43-yard line.
We haven't had any pressure on this kid all day long.
Not at all.
Really need to bring somebody.
Jacob Burke is blocking, and here comes Kuda. But the Cats are waiting for Kuda in the pass, and they stop him at the 43, I'm going to say for no gain. And there's a timeout by Case. We'll take another time on 790 WPIC.
Thiel College would like to thank the following businesses for being generous sponsors of Tomcat football and Thiel College athletics. TDA, Venn Design Architecture, proud to provide architectural and design services for Thiel College. Log on to vendesign.com. And McElhinney Brothers, Inc., general contractors, providing premier residential and commercial remodeling in Grove City, Hermitage, and Greenville. Call 724-638-7056. To discuss custom renovations. Thiel College is proud to include these fine local businesses among its list of partners. For more details about Thiel College, log on to thiel.edu.
I'm Brian Radikovich, running backs coach at Thiel College. You're listening to the home of Thiel Tomcat football, News Talk 790 WPIC.
All right, 2nd and 10 for Rob Kuda in the Case offense. Back, rolls left, throws on the run, and has his receiver. And making the catch and running out of bounds is wide receiver Joey Spitali on the near side. And he gets the first down into Thiel territory at about the 44-yard line, 43-yard line to be exact.
Minute 13 left in the half. The Spartans are in their 2-minute drill, and it seems to be having some effect.
Kuda has his team at the line with the 4 wides, and Burke is his tailback behind him. Now he repositions. Here's the snap. Kuda going to roll to the right. He throws well on the run. He stops. He throws. It's incomplete. And that time they ran a non-slant to Brendan Lynch.
Yep.
And he was covered fairly well by Richard Proper, who's just back off the injured list on.
Good pressure by Doak Walker that time. Read and scraped inside from his linebacker position and ran him down and just hit him just as he was getting the ball away. So that helped to sail a little bit high.
2nd and 10 Case Western at the Thiel 43.
It's only his second drop pass of the first half.
1:07 left before halftime. Rob Kuda with Burke behind him. Now Burke shifts again. Straight back is Kuda. No pressure. Throws too low. Intended for Brendan Lynch, but he's not going to catch it down at his shoe tops. And the incomplete pass makes it 3rd and 10.
And again, Doak Walker came in that time and got some pressure.
Yeah, a little latent on the right side. Westminster, late first quarter, leading Grove City 10-3 now. So the Wolverines giving their neighborhood rivals a tussle early on. Rob Kuda on 3rd and 10 from the Thiel 43 is in the gun. He takes 2 steps. He looks right. He runs. He throws. He's got his receiver. Not close to a first down, but the catch is made there, and these numbers are a little bit hard to ID, but it's Joey Spitali again. And what did he get? About 7 yards.
Yeah, 4th and 3.
4th and 3, so they wanted to get close. Now they know that 3 is very manageable on 4th down as the ball is placed on the 35 of Thiel.
I don't think they have a punter, so they're going for it.
All right, here is Kuda back. Little slant. No good. No good. Trey Andrews jumped the route, but Spitali didn't have a chance. One of the few poorly thrown passes by quarterback Rob Kuda.
And again, the defensive coordinators from the Cats and the defensive line, their coaches are bringing Doak Walker almost on every play. And that time he's getting up there, and this kid, Dakota, doesn't like people in his face, and that's why he had a couple of bad passes in that series. And Tomcats turn it over and get it back at their own 35-yard line with 54 seconds left in the half. Let's see if we can get something generated, maybe get some points right before halftime.
Well, you have Bracey and Hicks in there. They're the fast guys. Then you have a couple of good possession receivers out there in Fitzpatrick and Horvatitz. Here's the out pattern thrown to Horvatitz. Got it, and out of bounds at the 45 over on the far side.
Nice job.
Nice job. 9-yard gain, 2nd and 1. That's a good play on first down. Clock stops with 49 ticks remaining until halftime. 27-9, Case leading Thiel. But Thiel, other than the early start, which was a weak one for them, they've gotten much, much better and been very competitive. Back is Radke. He throws the out this time that is well covered. All over Horvatitz over there was the Case defender Adrian Cannon, the cornerback out of Lakeview, New York. So it's 3rd and 1 for Thiel.
Tomcats got to make sure they pick up this first down, even though they're trying to get the ball down the field.
All right, Radke with 4 wides. Takes the snap, going to call his name. And it's not going to be good enough to get the first down, I don't think.
Yeah, I think
close.
He reached across.
Did they give it to him?
Yeah, he reached across right at the last second.
I don't know how he did that, but he did. And they're going to move the chains, temporarily stop the clock with 39 ticks remaining until halftime.
Tomcats have 2 timeouts left, you.
1st and 10, Thiel, 46-yard line. Snap to Radke. Radke back, pumps, looks, throws, Bracey, and it's going to be broken up nicely. His enemy was the sideline there, Don, and Case's defender knew it.
Yep.
Patrick Crossy, the strong safety from Plum High School. Who's the notable alum from Plum? Did I catch you off guard?
The Pie Man? I don't know.
The notable alum from Plum. Not the kid who just made the deflection.
Little Jack Horner?
No. How about Dan Bloom?
Oh, okay. I didn't know
Got
that.
you with that last one, didn't I, sir? Straight back is Radke. Going to roll to the left. Going to throw. Horvatitz makes the catch at the 39 and slides out of bounds for another Thiel first down with 21 seconds left. I like what the Cats are doing here. Even if they don't score, Don, they're showing we can play fundamental football. We can put it in the air. We can move the ball on this team, which bodes well for the last 2 periods.
Yeah, we can protect the ball and then watch for a pump fake, and let's see if we can get Bracey streaking down through the secondary.
All right, awaiting the snap is Radke on 1st and 10. He's back. He's going to call his quarterback draw, and it wastes a lot of time.
Timeout.
But he's got to call a time very quickly, and they did, and we'll keep it here. The ball is advanced to the 36 of Case Western, and we have 15 seconds remaining until halftime. Let's do a program reminder, Mr. Auchenbaum.
Okay.
Jeff Stevens, the loquacious defensive line coach for Dan Bloom at Thiel College, will be our halftime guest. And let me tell you, he has made his travels in Division III and Division II college football coaching and in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Came here to Thiel from a prep school, which he'll tell you about. And he's had some interesting experiences, and he is not at all shy about sharing them with us. So I think our listeners will enjoy hearing from Jeff Stevens.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I watched while you guys did it a couple of weeks ago, and he's very entertaining. And to be a Division III coach at this long a time, you've got to love young men and kids, and he does a nice job.
2nd down, 6 from the 36 for Thiel. With 15 seconds left, high snap. Radke gets it, going to throw. He's got Jaquan Hicks. Hicks is spun around and tackled at about the 31-yard line. He's a yard shy of the first down.
Another timeout for the Cats.
And there's another timeout with 6 seconds left. And we'll keep it here. But, about all Ryan can do here, I would think, is just throw it to the end zone.
Yeah, I think you got to get it up there with 6 seconds to go. I'll tell you, they've done a nice job with the 2-minute drill when they had like 45 or 54 seconds when they took over, and they moved the ball pretty well. And now we just got to see if we can maybe get it up there and see if Bracey or somebody can get up in the air and go get it. And I like our athleticism at the wide receiver better than their secondary. It's just whether or not our offensive line can keep the linebackers out long enough for Ryan, because it's about a 35-yard run. It's going to take a few seconds for those guys to get down there, so we got to give Ryan enough time that he can get the ball down the field.
Well, I think you want to send Bracey and Hicks deep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's too bad we don't have Bailey here today. He's here, but he's not in uniform. A little bit of an injury, and I'm sure that the young man will be back next week, ready to go. All right, Radke in the gun. Horvitz is also out there as a wideout. Straight back, Radke. He has time, and he fires it to the end zone, and it's intercepted.
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds. I think they're going to say
no, they called an interception.
It is an interception with no time remaining on the clock. So that's the way the half ends. But the Cats are competitive, folks. They're trailing Case Western 27-9 at the half. Stay tuned for our discussion. I think you'll enjoy it with Jeff Stevens, defensive line coach of the Cats, and more. This is Hugh Ringer on 790 WPIC. 27-9, Case Western over Thiel at halftime on WPIC.
Thiel College would like to thank the following businesses for being generous supporters of Tomcat football and Thiel College athletics. Cianci's Motel, located at 399 Mercer Road. Log on to ciancysmotel.com or call 724-588-8550 for more information. Remember to ask for the Thiel discount. And UPMC Horizon, life-changing medicine. Log on to upmc.com. Thiel College is proud to include these fine local businesses among its list of partners. For more information about Thiel College, log on to thiel.edu.
Are you or a loved one having trouble with balance? Are you falling frequently? Call Penn Ohio Rehabilitation and Performance today. The Penn Ohio team of physical, occupational, and speech therapists provide quality, comprehensive, and cost-effective therapy. Each year, more than a third of adults over 65 fall. Falls not only cause moderate to severe injuries, they're costly, prevent you from living in your home and living an active life. Let Penn Ohio Rehab develop an individualized fall prevention program that will keep you on your feet, in your home, and save you money. Identifying risk factors, reducing the fear of falling, increasing strength and flexibility, and challenging balance are all part of the comprehensive Falls and Balance program at Penn Ohio Rehab. When you're ready to get better, your choice is clear. Penn Ohio Rehabilitation with 2 convenient locations in Hermitage and New Wilmington. Visit them online at pennohiorehab.com. Penn Ohio Rehab accepts all insurance and no referrals are needed.
On the go? No time to stop? That's when you'll love the Medicine Shop Pharmacy's drive-through window service in Hermitage and Greenville. Next time you have a prescription to get, or vitamins, medication, bandages, any kind of health need, simply call ahead, place your order, and we'll have it ready for you at our drive-through window. Prescriptions, health supplies, all ready for pickup at the Medicine Shop in Greenville and Hermitage. Our friendly drive-through window service keeps you right where you want to be, in the driver's seat.
Thiel College would like to thank the following businesses for being generous supporters of Tomcat football and Thiel College athletics. Greenville Orthopedic Association and Doctors John Scullin and Stuart Anderson, specializing in the treatment of sports medicine, total joint surgery, and arthroscopic surgery. Call 800-245-8100 to make an appointment. And Greenville Moose Family Center, Lodge number 276. Fun and fellowship for everyone. Log on to lodge276.mooseunits.org. Thiel College is proud to include these fine local businesses among its list of partners. For more information about Thiel College, log on to thiel.edu.
I'm Matt Arshenkoff, Special Teams Coordinator and Defensive Backs Coach. Follow the Thiel Tomcats right here on News Talk 790 WPIC.
Welcome back to picturesque DeSanto Field on the beautiful campus at Case Western Reserve University. It is halftime, and for the third game in a row, the Tomcats are involved in a homecoming game. This time it's Case's homecoming. Tomcats are on the short end of the stick right now, 27-9, but we have real good hope that we're going to be able to come back here in the second half. You're listening to Thiel Tomcat Football on News Talk 790 WPIC.
Thiel College would like to thank the following businesses for being generous supporters of Tomcat football and Thiel College athletics. Anderson Coach and Travel, proud to be the transportation provider for the Thiel Tomcats. Call 1-800-345-3435 or log on to goanderson.com. And the ComDoc DocuCenter, located on the ground floor of Harder Hall on the Thiel College campus. The ComDoc DocuCenter is a full-service printer and open to the public. Call 724-589-2267 or log on to DocuCenter at thiel.edu. Thiel College is proud to include these fine local businesses among its list of partners. For more details on Thiel College, log on to thiel.edu.
Thiel College would like to thank the following businesses for being generous sponsors of Tomcat football and Thiel College athletics. TDA, Venn Design Architecture, proud to provide architectural and design services for Thiel College. Log on to vendesign.com. And McElhinney Brothers, Inc., general contractors, providing premier residential and commercial remodeling in Grove City, Hermitage, and Greenville. Call 724-638-7056. To discuss custom renovations. Thiel College is proud to include these fine local businesses among its list of partners. For more details about Thiel College, log on to thiel.edu.
Thiel College would like to thank the following businesses for being generous supporters of Tomcat football and Thiel College athletics. Cianci's Motel, located at 399 Mercer Road. Log on to ciancysmotel.com or call 724-588-8550 for more information. Remember to ask for the Thiel discount. And UPMC Horizon, life-changing medicine. Log on to upmc.com. Thiel College is proud to include these fine local businesses among its list of partners. For more information about Thiel College, log on to thiel.edu.
Thiel College would like to thank the following businesses for being generous supporters of Tomcats football and Thiel College athletics. First National Bank, the home for all of your financial solutions, from banking to investments to insurance. Call the Greenville branch of First National Bank at 724-588-6770. St. Paul's, a continuing care community providing a caring tradition since 1867. Visit St. Paul's online at lifeatstpauls.org. Thiel College is proud to include these fine local businesses among its list of partners. For more details about Thiel College, log on to thiel.edu.
It's halftime here in Cleveland in the Thiel Case Western College football game in the President's Athletic Conference. We're here with one of the new assistant coaches under Coach Dan Bloom at Thiel, Jeff Stevens, who is the defensive line coach. Now, Jeff, I want to talk a little bit about your background before we talk about the Tomcats in particular. And, one of the things that jumped out at me when I saw your bio is that in the early 80s, you were an officer in the U.S. Navy. Tell us a little bit about that experience. I would imagine that had to be perhaps the highlight of your life.
Well, the highlight of my life really was when I married 10 years ago my wife, Janet.
I should have known that.
But I ended up at the Navy's Officer School because the Marine Corps Officer School had accepted me, and then they rescinded my age waiver. So I went to the Navy's officer school, and if you wanted adventure in the weather, go to Newport, Rhode Island in the winter. It's an adventure. It's more brutal and windier than when I was in western Montana. But it was an opportunity to serve. My brother-in-law volunteered to go to Vietnam. He showed up in time for the infamous Tet Offensive. My dad was enlisted in the Navy, and they told him after a year or two they were headed to places called Guadalcanal and Coral Sea, infamous battles in the history of our great nation. And this was peacetime, but it was just something that after the Marine Corps turned me down, I still wanted to do, and I'm glad I did. Besides, they paid me to live in San Diego, and that's a privilege.
You're darn right. 70 degrees and no rain most of the time.
All the time. Wonderful climate, very cultural-oriented city, and if you're a young guy with decent money, there's a ton of good-looking women in Southern California.
Well, Jeff, I'm sure of that. I'll take your word for it. And one thing I'm also sure of, Jeff Stevens, is the fact that you got a geography lesson in your life. There's no doubt about it, being in the Navy. And when I look at your coaching resume, my goodness, you've been there, done that, coached everything in prep school, in college. Tell us a little bit about your sojourn in football coaching.
Well, you can plan and you can lay your plans out, but over the years I've come to realize that God will move you where he wants. When I went into the 1st Marine Corps, I thought that in the Navy I'd coach for a wonderful gentleman, had 20-some years experience in the SEC. I joined him in high school. Then from the Navy, I had the opportunity to go to my first college job at the University of Western Montana. And that was just luck. I just was in the right place at the right time with a nice recommendation. And after a year, I had the opportunity through one of my position coaches of my union to go as what was then called restricted earnings to Southern Illinois University. Like a Youngstown State, we played them and beat them. Yeah. And other people in the Midwest. And a couple tough opponents to make money. Fresno State, University of Illinois, Kansas 2 years. Then from there, when our head coach resigned and we were fired, I went to what is today called Missouri S&T, the School of Science and Technology. Missouri S&T then was called the University of Missouri at Rolla, school about the size of Slippery Rock. Great academics, a lot of money, some for football, but we struggled. We struggled, getting the athletes we needed and played in a very tough conference. In 3 years, I coached against two of the teams that won the national championship at the Division II level. Had the opportunity when I left there to come back to Ohio. It was at Denison University outside of Columbus. Very Ivy League-ish, but not a real commitment to some of the men's sports. And then it was a blessing from God, great privilege, to go to Walsh University after a short stint at Geneva. The very famous Coach Jim Dennison. I had the opportunity to serve under him for 8 years, and as he got ready to retire, in a couple spots part-time. Always had my eye on Thiel. I had talked with the former head coach, and it just didn't work out. And that's fine, but I always found the school attractive. It's, I guess it's like the good-looking women of Southern California. There's just something that catches your eye, and there was just something about Thiel that seemed attractive. When Coach Dan Bloom was at Mercyhurst, the only thing we share in common when we both played at Mount Union, but years apart. They had a restricted earnings open. I called Coach Bloom. We had never met. He had no idea what I looked like, but he helped me quite a bit with the job, but it didn't work out. But I always appreciated the respect and him calling me back as a stranger, and just a total professionalism. So I saw when he was hired here. I called him to remind him who I was, and I said if there's an opening, and lo and behold, the chess piece got moved here, and I am grateful. It's going to be back in Northeast Ohio after a junior college stint in North Carolina. Charlotte's a wonderful city, second favorite after San Diego. But my wife couldn't move with me as she cares for the declining health of both parents and had to stay in Youngstown. And that I deeply admire. But it sure is fun being back home.
Yeah, I imagine it is. We're with Jeff Stevens, the defensive line coach, first-year coach with the Thiel Tomcats. Jeff, you and your wife live in Canfield, Ohio, I believe, so you do a little commute. Your wife did teach at Youngstown State University, I understand?
Yes, Janet's doctorate is in special education, and she was in the profession of training teachers to teach special education students. She also served Mahoney County as advocates for those challenged people, adults and young people that needed advocacy through the jurisprudence system. She worked and supervised classes in many schools, student teachers. She's one of those people that has a marvelous knack to see, anticipate, monitor, and analyze a world that can be mystifying. The plethora of different challenges to students, young and old. Young and old. And so many a time I'd go up and just stand outside her classroom, and I'd just be amazed at the electricity which she taught. But yeah, that's how we met. I was taking a class 10 years ago in the summer at Youngstown State just to finish a degree, and she was brought in to teach this class after the assigned instructor had some health problems, and in walked Janet Cleghorn. 11 months we were married, and it's a daily blessing.
Well, that's wonderful. Jeff, we're going to take a break to pay a couple of bills, and I'm going to come back and ask you a little bit more about Dan Bloom and then talk about your coaching here at Thiel. We'll do that when we return. This is Hugh Ringer with assistant coach Jeff Stevens of the Tomcats at halftime on News Talk 790 WPIC.
Thiel College would like to thank the following businesses for being generous supporters of Tomcat football and Thiel College athletics. Cianci's Motel, located at 399 Mercer Road. Log on to ciancysmotel.com or call 724-588-8550 for more information. Remember to ask for the Thiel discount. And UPMC Horizon, life-changing medicine. Log on to upmc.com. Thiel College is proud to include these fine local businesses among its list of partners. For more information about Thiel College, log on to thiel.edu.
I'm Ryan Matvico, wide receivers coach. You're listening to the home of Thiel Tomcat football, News Talk 790 WPIC.
We're back at halftime of today's Thiel game in Cleveland against Case Western with Jeff Stevens, the defensive line coach for the Thiel Tomcats. Jeff, we talked a little bit about your association with Dan Bloom. You're both Mount Union guys, which is something special indeed. We know that. And, of course, you knew him for your days at Mercyhurst. But a coach with your experience, what would make you want to follow and come in and assist a young guy in his first head coaching job? You must have seen something special in Mr. Bloom.
Well, you could hear it in his voice. As I said, we'd never met face-to-face. We graduated years apart. We maybe had one mutual coaching contact from his days at Mount Union, their defensive coordinator, wonderful gentleman, Donnie Montgomery. But I think over the years in this business, you need to develop or rely upon maybe a sixth sense. And then I came up here to talk with Coach Bloom, and I had a little background from Coach Montgomery, but I see a very direct person, a person who's been an excellent officer in the Navy or the Marine Corps, deeply cares about our players following directions, doing it right in that which behooves you when you're in the privileged profession of coaching to, get them moving down the road of maturity, the development of young men of excellence, and just being quality citizens, being quality brothers, fathers, husbands, community leaders. Very direct and no-nonsense guy, if you could use that phrase. And that's how I've matured at all the different levels where I've been. Under some marvelous people. Two of them, unfortunately, are dead. But their thumbprint is still on me.
Jeff, you're the defensive line coach, but I would imagine Dan could have hired you for almost any position. Did he give you a choice, and was D-line your choice? Is that the thing you like to do the most?
I would say yes. I've coached all positions on the defensive side of the ball. I played in the defensive secondary in college. I would always watch the defensive linemen. I thought, man, those guys are good athletes. They're special. From my days at Southern Illinois University, I coached outside linebackers, but we were always partnered with the defensive linemen in our scheme. At Missouri Rolla, I coached the defensive line because we had a small staff with limited experience, but we got the job done. Mm-hmm. And he asked me. I talked with Coach Matt Arschencroft, who coaches secondary. I thought, in coaching the defensive line, it doesn't move Coach Arschencroft to a new group. They're getting used to him. That's fair to him. But yeah, the defensive line was my personal favorite. Yeah. It's like offensive linemen, only they have athletic ability.
Yeah. Well, we don't have a lot of time to talk about the individuals, but you have some young kids here who I know are very high. You're very high on in terms of potential. I look at some veterans like Tyler Jefferson, who's a senior, but Cody Wagner's a sophomore. We're just getting a real good look at a 295-pound freshman, Justin Anderson, on the nose. There's some good young kids there, and I'll bet you enjoy working with this group.
Absolutely. It's a privilege. And two of them, one I recruited and one that Coach Arschencroft recruited. He recruited Devin Cool outside of Youngstown. I recruited Chris Harbaugh out of Canton Central Catholic. I've probably been in over 600 high schools recruiting. And Canton Central Catholic, they're in my top 10. Just love going in there. Yeah. And unfortunately, Devin and Chris right now are sidelined with concussions, but they're receiving marvelous care and treatment from the university. So they're going to bounce back. Mm-hmm. They have what I learned at Walsh. They have that PMA, that positive mental attitude, which, is starting to grow. It doesn't come overnight, and it's not something you talk about. It's something you live. Yeah. And we're going to grow it here. Yeah. We're going to grow it here.
Jeff Stevens, I wish we had more time, but I think they're going to start the second half here pretty soon, and we don't want to miss the kickoff. Yes, it's really been a pleasure to talk with you, Jeff, and hopefully we can hook up and talk again. And one other thing I think our listeners ought to know, and I hope my information is correct, but a very reliable birdie here at Thiel told me you were hired as a part-time assistant, but you're here pretty much full-time. Oh, and I would guess that shows the love and dedication you have for football.
Well, it's whatever constitutes part-time. I have marvelous health benefits from the university, which I deeply appreciate. The money is something that I can work with. That's not an issue. It's never been an issue, and never will be an issue with me. It's like being commissioned in the Navy. You are commissioned to live the lifestyle of a coach. It's like being married, no matter what.
Right.
And you have to live that, and it is a privilege.
Well, Jeff, it's been a privilege talking to you. Good luck with this defensive line. Let's get these guys after the quarterback here in the second half and see what we can do. This is Hugh Ringer. Don Achenbaugh and I will be back with some comments about the first half and a look ahead to the second half right here on News Talk 790 WPIC.
Thiel College would like to thank the following businesses for being generous supporters of Tomcats football and Thiel College athletics. The Greens of Greenville. Log on to greensofgreenville.com. Ilsco Extrusions, one of the industry's most efficient aluminum extrusion mills, and proud to support Thiel College. Log on to ilscoextrusions.com for more information. And the Thiel College Blue Gold Club, proudly serving the Thiel College athletic programs since 1990. Thiel College is proud to include these fine local businesses among its list of partners. For more information about Thiel College, log on to thiel.edu.
I'm Devontae Sims, cornerbacks coach of the Tomcats. You're listening to Thiel Tomcat Football on News Talk 790 WPIC.
All right, we're back at DeSanto Field in Cleveland, Ohio, ready to start the second half. It is 27-9. Case Western leading Thiel. Our thanks to Jeff Stevens for a very interesting discussion at halftime. And Don Achenbaugh, the second half kickoff by Ben Carniol, sailed into the end zone for an automatic touchback. The Cats, who eschewed the ball at the start of the game, get it here in the second half with 1st and 10 on their own 25-yard line, and they are at the line of scrimmage with Ryan Radke, the senior, at the controls. And Barca is his tailback. Radke keeps. He's at the 30 and up to about the 36-yard line for 11 yards on first down.
Nice job by Brian that time. He read it was sort of like a read option. He read that the hole was for him, and he took the ball and picked up exactly 10 yards and moved the chains.
All right, so that's a pretty good start for Thiel.
We'll take it.
And, we noticed in the latter stages of that first half, Thiel gave every indication they can play with this team if they just, keep at it and execute. Here's the fake, and again, it's a keep by Radke, 45-50 and out of bounds over on the far side by the Thiel bench. They're going to say stepped out at the 47, but Donnie gets 12 more yards. That's 23 yards on 2 carries. We'll take it.
Not too bad. I think they realized, like we said in the first half, you want to get the ball into the hands of your playmakers, and Ryan is one of our big playmakers, and let's let him run that a couple of times and then maybe open up some other guys.
And on both those plays, they bid on the fake to Nick Barca, and this time he gives it to Barca, and Barca gets ahead of steam across the 50 down to the 47-yard line of Case Western, and Dawn, that's 7 yards on first down.
Sometimes football isn't that complicated. You run Ryan on the read option, they start covering Ryan, you hand off to Barca, he picks up 7 yards. Good job by the offensive line opening up holes on all 3 plays.
Deshaun Bracey, who had a big first half, the freshman from Valley High School, is wide to the left, joined by Jaquan Hicks. And also down there for Thiel is a third receiver. There's the pass to Bracey. Bracey makes the catch, trying to make a move.
He's got a wall.
Outside. He's got a wall at the 45, the 40. He leaps over a defender at the 35 and goes down at about, the 34 or 33-yard line. What a job by Deshaun Bracey.
Picked up 8 yards and ran 102 because he reversed field all the way back, got a wall on the other side, did a hurdle, and looked a little bit like what you do in the backyard in the afternoon.
That was impressive. Horvititz is coming here to the left on first down for Thiel, joined by freshman Sam Fitzpatrick. Rob Thompson is wide right. Here's the snap. Radke the pitch. Here comes Barca, puts on a move, gets an extra yard or two down to about the 31-yard line, and he gets a good solid 3 yards on the play. We'll call it 2nd and 7. Nice drive to start the second half, Don.
You called it in the first half, Hugh, that we needed to get Barca outside. Maybe instead of trying to run up between the tackles, let him get him in motion and get some outside movement. And that's about 3 plays in a row now where he's had some success doing that.
Yeah, Nick's pretty well put together. Yeah. But he's not that big, and I think he's better in space. Here's the quick out, and it's caught by Bracey.
Nice job.
Nice job by Deshaun inside the 30 to the 27 of Case Western.
He came back a little bit after he caught the ball. He had a little bit more and sets up about 3rd and 2.5 or 3.
Yeah, I'd say 3rd and 3. 27-9, Case Western, but Thiel has a nice drive going here and face a 3rd and 3, and they're standing at the line of scrimmage to get the signal in clearly from the sidelines.
Peyton Hickson at running back for the Cats.
All right, and Radke has him as a sidecar. He's back. He's going to look. He's going to run and gets a couple of yards down to about the 27, but he's going to be...
Not going to give him any gain at all.
They're not going to give him any gain at all. All he did was get back to the line of scrimmage, 4th and 3. So let's try to do it all over again.
Tomcats 3 for 4 on 4th downs in the first half, so they know how to do it. Now they just have to see if they can pick up these 3 yards.
Jaquan Hicks is in at running back for Thiel. And also in there is Peyton Hicks. So we have Hicks and Hicks. Hicks and Hicks firm in the backfield with Radke on 4th and 3. Ryan is back. Calls the quarterback draw. It opens. He should get the first down and does. And dances out of bounds on the far side and signals first down. Boy, is he a tough kid. He takes a whack and gets up and gives it the old Antonio Brown first down.
Helping out the referees. They're doing a little bit of everything today just in case they missed it. It's a first down Tomcats.
And they're
about the 28-yard line? 24-yard line?
Yeah, they're on about the 23, I'm going to call.
Yeah, that's right.
The 23-yard line. All right, Peyton Hicks remains at tailback for Thiel. 4 wides in the game, and Radke back. Radke dances. He's going to through behind, and it's caught by Antoine Hicks, and he is inside the 20 down to about the 18, give him 4 on the play, and doggone it, Don, that's winning on first down.
I'll tell you what, that's what we had to do. We want to stay out of those second and long, third and longs, and that's just a nice crossing pattern, and a nice job by Peyton Hicks to pick up the linebacker blitzing to give Ryan enough time for the play to develop.
Bracey wide right. And we have 2 wide receivers down here to this side, Fitzpatrick and Horvatis. Here's the play fake. Here's the swing to Rob Thompson. Rob Thompson gets down to the 15-yard line, and he's going to be a couple of yards, 3 yards shy of the first down. But nice little move there at the end, and lost a shoe, I think, in the process.
Nice job, though. Another nice play call. Nice little bubble screen. He had some wide receivers, Horvatis, and that doing some blocking for him, and he picked up a little bit.
And the nice thing here, too, is they're spreading out this Case defense.
Yeah. Case's defense have got their hands on their hips in that classic, hey, what are they doing? I'm kind of tired here. So it'd be a good opportunity for the Tomcats if we can push this into the end zone and make this thing a little more interesting.
Tight end Ryan Rowland enters the game as the Cats go with 3 wides. The fast guys, Hicks and Bracey, are to the top. Here is the fake. The give is to the running back, Barca, and he gets stopped and has to cut back. And I think he's going to be pulled down at, about the 15-yard line?
Yeah, about a yard. Looks like about a yard and a little bit longer short.
Yeah, he got a yard, so we'll call it 4th and a long 2 for Thiel. Hate to be in these 4th and 3s and 4th and 2s, but you don't want to go, as a great announcer once said, you don't want to go to the well too many times.
4 for 5 on 4th downs this week for the Tomcats, but you sure don't want to try to make a living out of 4th down coverage or conversions.
So they're gonna be forced to do another one, and this is a big play right here. You want to get some points out of this drive. Here is Radke back. Radke looks. He's going to dance. He's going to look. He's going to throw. Got a man open. It's caught by Jaquan Hicks for a touchdown. How about that? Jaquan Hicks from Ware Shoals, South Carolina, makes the catch on the crossing pattern and goes into the end zone untested.
Nice job by Ryan Radke. Wait till the play developed. Danced back a little bit, got out of trouble, and just a perfect strike.
Beautiful job by this Thiel offense. They're lining up with the only undefeated team in the President's Athletic Conference, and they're within 27-15, folks. Don't go anywhere, and we're going to try to get 2 here,
Try to get 2 more to make up for that missed extra point. I tell you what, Tomcats are matching them blow for blow. This has got to give this young team confidence. Looks like a little confusion out there right now.
Well, maybe. Barca and Jaquan Hicks are in the backfield with 3 wides. He's back. He's going to throw. It's never going to get there. Jaquan Hicks was contested around the 10. Passes incomplete. Time out on the field. It's a ball game, folks. 8:29, third quarter. It's now Case Western 27, Thiel 15 on 790 WPIC.
Thiel College would like to thank the following businesses for being generous supporters of Tomcat football and Thiel College athletics. Cianci's Motel, located at 399 Mercer Road. Log on to ciancysmotel.com or call 724-588-8550 for more information. Remember to ask for the Thiel discount. And UPMC Horizon, life-changing medicine. Log on to upmc.com. Thiel College is proud to include these fine local businesses among its list of partners. For more information about Thiel College, log on to thiel.edu.
I'm Jeff Stevens, defensive line coach at Thiel College. You're listening to the home of Thiel Tomcat football. News Talk 790 WPIC.
Brendan Lynch takes the kickoff from Rosales and comes up to about the 32 or 33-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10. Case Western leading by 12, following Jaquan Hicks' 15-yard touchdown reception from Ryan Radke. The Cats converted 2 more on 4th downs in that drive, and that makes them, 4 out of 5 on 4th down. All right, Rob Kuda, the quarterback for Case, is now out there running this offense. And he gives it straight ahead to Burke. And Burke stumbles and goes across the 35 to about the 36. Give him 4, make it 2nd down 6.
For the Tomcats to have success now, the defense has to do what the offense did, and they got to stop Rob Kuda. 14 of 18 in the first half for 294 yards passing and 2 touchdowns, and 31 yards rushing for Kuda also. So They got to find a way to stop this young man.
Kuda's the man. There's no doubt about it. And I'll tell you, he relies on Burke, the tailback, a lot, but he's not a premier back from what I'm seeing. There's a double pump, and it's caught for a first down to the 35 of Thiel. And Tyron Bynum bid on that, and that wily little Brendan Lynch has done it again with a stop and a go. And they get a big first down to the Thiel 35.
Good job by Kuda that time with the pump fake, and they bid on the pump fake, and they were trying to jump the route, and he went behind them.
Kuda going to hand it off to Brendan Lynch, and he gets into the secondary, and he's down to the 20. Now, this is where good football teams say, okay, you just scored on us. You rubbed our noses in it a little bit by taking it down the field. Now we're going to show you what we have. Thiel's got to answer defensively. Here's the give to Lynch. Lynch hurdles a tackler down to about the 16-yard line. Or Burke, rather. Jacob Burke was the ball carrier. Lynch is the wide receiver. All right, they're right back to the line of scrimmage. Kuda going to give it off again.
There you go.
To Burke, and that time Burke is met immediately, and that was
Walker.
The tackle man, Doak Walker Jr. from nearby Canton McKinley, who came up and made that play, setting up 3rd and 3 now for the Case Western offense.
You got Greenville Trojan Matt Crawford playing defensive end, and he was also there at up end, the running back.
All right, let's make a play, guys. Kuda in the gun. And he has Burke behind him. Man in motion. They're going to fake, and it's going to be run by Kuda, and he's going to get the first down. You could see that coming, and he's down to the 9-yard line. This guy is a real good ball handler, executes his fakes beautifully. Not a real physical quarterback.
You know who he reminds you of?
Well, he reminds me of a young wrestler who is pretty well packed, but not that big overall.
Reminds you a lot of Ryan Radke.
Ryan Radke doesn't have the quickness of Ryan Radke.
No, but he still drives.
Yeah, he drives.
He does the ball handling.
You don't dare give up on him. That's the thing. All right, first down and goal from the 9 now for Case. And we have a new tailback in the ball game. Let's identify who that gentleman might be. Jeep Madison. And Jeep Madison gets his wheels going down to the 1. My goodness, he just ran a dive play there, had his head down, and took the ball down to the Thiel 1-yard line with Jefferson holding on for dear life. So the Cats are about to be scored on here, and Jeep is going to be tackled, but Kuda is not. And Kuda, on the play fake, takes the ball into the end zone for a touchdown. So just like that, it didn't take Case Western long to answer, and they've widened their lead to 33-15. Ben Carniol will try to tack on the point. Kick is up. Kick is good. Timeout. It is now Case Western 34, Thiel 15 on 790 WPIC.
Thiel College would like to thank the following businesses for being generous supporters of Tomcat football and Thiel College athletics. Greenville Orthopedic Association and Doctors John Scullin and Stuart Anderson, specializing in the treatment of sports medicine, total joint surgery, and arthroscopic surgery. Call 800-245-8100 to make an appointment. And Greenville Moose Family Center, Lodge number 276. Fun and fellowship for everyone. Log on to lodge276.mooseunits.org. Thiel College is proud to include these fine local businesses among its list of partners. For more information about Thiel College, log on to thiel.edu.
This is Daryl Satterfield, quarterback's coach. You're listening to the home of Thiel Tomcat football, News Talk 790 WPIC.
All right, here's the kickoff from Case. Jaquan Hicks, 2 yards deep in the end zone, brings it out 10, 15, 20. Nice return, 25, 27, and a flag flies. Is that a hold? Or
I don't know. I didn't realize there weren't any white jerseys.
Didn't look like it. I don't
Maybe
think.
Face mask, perhaps.
I don't think this is against the offense. I'll be surprised if it is, but I've been surprised before. Nice little return. Rob Kuda, 1-yard touchdown run, and Carniol, the extra point, widened the lead here for Case to 34-15.
It's going to be against
at the 5:46 mark, and it is. I don't know what it could be. Maybe an
illegal
illegal
like a block in the back, and they're taking it back from the 20, so it's going to be inside the 10.
Wow.
Or right at the 10, so you lose about 25 yards on that.
You are so perceptive, Mr. Auchenbaugh. Right on the 10-yard line, the Cats are going to have the long field ahead of them.
Rob Kuda now over 300 yards passing, 15
That's
to 19.
Impressive.
Ryan Radke's hanging with him, though, 160.
Yep. Yeah. All right, Cats have a new tailback in the ball game. Is that James Lewis?
No, I don't know who that is.
Wow,
I can't see his number. I can see he's got pink socks on.
Yeah, pink socks. I haven't seen those socks yet. Radke in the gun on 1st and 10 from his 10. And he's going to give to that running back. That's James Lewis. Sure it is. And James Lewis, look at him go. He's at the 21-yard line. How did he ever get out to the 21 from the 10-yard line? They had him hemmed in. He kept those legs going, and he used that long, lean body of his to get yardage. Don, that kid's a prospect. And hopefully he stays in the system and he works hard in the weight room. He's about 6'1". This kid could be a real stud. 1st and 10, Thiel, 21-yard line. Give to James again. And James this time can't get ahead of steam, but gets a couple of yards up to the 23.
We said a couple of times if this kid ever grows into his body, he's really going to be a force to reckon with because he runs. He's got that runner's lean, and he's got big thighs and big legs. And if he can just get in a weight room, like you said, boy, we've got a number of running backs. We got a plethora of running backs in the Tomcat roster, and there's a hard time to get them all to football.
That's for sure. All right, 2nd down and 8 for Thiel. Ryan Radke with Lewis behind him and 4 wides in the ball game. Awaiting the snap from Jake Swan. He's going to give it off. Here comes Lewis again. Got a little head of steam.
Fumbled.
Did he fumble that football across the 25? Oh, my goodness. He did, and Case Western has recovered. That's one of the things you worry about with a young man who didn't play any football last year, Don. It's those fundamental things, holding the football, and we've seen it before from James.
And you also see it when you don't get a lot of playing time, that you want to make every play a 50-yard touchdown run. So you're trying like hard and trying like crazy, and then sometimes you just cough it up, and that comes with experience. And unfortunately, the way you get experience is by having those kind of failures.
So that was a big turnover for Thiel.
These guys don't need any help.
The ball's on the Thiel 27, and here's Rob Kuda back with this quick striking offense, and he's back. He's rolling. He's buying time. He's going to throw it to a cameraman standing down at about the 10-yard line, and he was ready to shoot a picture and not catch a football. So incomplete pass, 2nd and 10. On the out-of-town scoreboard, Don, in the Atlantic Coast Conference, Clemson's getting a battle today. They're in a real fight, as the third-ranked team in the nation is only beating NC State 17-10. Also, third quarter, Pitt is now leading Virginia by a score of 35-28. All right, 2nd down 10 for Rob Kuda, who has 2 men in the backfield. Kuda gives the ball ahead, and the backup tailback in the football game, and that's Madison again, who carries that football and gets some yardage. Is that really Madison?
No, I think it's Aaron Aguilar. It's 34.
It's Aguilar is
These
the new
jerseys
back.
are hard to
read.
read.
They are really. Aaron Aguilar out of Orange, California, gets 4 yards, setting up 3rd and 6 now at the 23-yard line of Thiel.
Bet he loves Cleveland winners.
I'll bet he does, too. Has he had a chance to experience it yet? Maybe he's a freshman.
Junior,
he's experienced it. All right, Rob Kuda with 4 wides on 3rd and 6. Going to give it straight ahead this time, and Burke is back in the game, and he leans across the 20 down to about the 19-yard line, but he'll be about 3 yards shy of the first down, setting up 4th and 3. And the Cats hurry up and get a new cornerback into the game. Joe Beckley, I believe, is now in at left corner.
Going for it on 4th down.
They are going for it, and Beckley is in single coverage with Brendan Lynch.
That's the guy you got to watch.
And Fan is over to this side, too, so watch that. But watch Kuda first and foremost.
Watch all 11 guys.
Well, watch those 3, I predict. All right, Kuda, 2 steps back, stops, throws the out, caught by Fan, down at the 6-yard line, 1st and goal.
You can watch him all you want, but if you can't get any pressure on this kid, they're going to have time to get open, and that's what happened that time. The Tomcats didn't bring a blitz that time. They dropped back into coverage, and he's just going to pick you apart if you do that.
This Case line, which is 285, 270, 260, 240, and 260, has been an impenetrable wall for the Cats to try to break through.
I wouldn't want to feed them.
No. All right, Kuda, 1st and goal, down at the 6. Kuda gives it off to Burke. And Burke isn't even brought down.
Oh, my.
He just carries a Tomcat tackler into the end zone, and just holding on for the ride was Randy Groves. So another touchdown after the turnover by Thiel. And this is starting to get a little bit too one-sided to our liking. It's 40-15 Case, and in to try the extra point is Ben Carniol. Carniol's becoming a busy man in this ball game. Snap, the kick is up, and the kick is good. It is now Case Western 41, Thiel 15 on 790 WPIC.
Did you know Herman's Pure Spring Water can be conveniently delivered to your home or office for free? If you act now, you can take advantage of Herman's special introductory offer. Receive your first month's cooler rental and 2 5-gallon bottles for free. That's a $20 value with no strings attached. Herman's Water, 833 Buckeye Drive in Sharpsville. Call 962-7434. Since 1908, Herman's Water, when taste matters.
I'm Dan Bloom, head coach of the Tomcats, and you're listening to Thiel Football on News Talk 790 WPIC.
Hugh Ringer and Don Aukenbaugh back. Touchdown by Jacob Burke on the ground. Carniol the extra point. 41-15 now Case Western. On the out-of-town scoreboard in the conference, Westminster is really laying it on Grove City now. 38-3 Titans in the second quarter. Paul Colombo, quarterback for Westminster, 4 touchdown passes. Jaquan Hicks takes the kick and returns it across the 15 to the 17 for Thiel, where the Cats will start this drive 1st and 10, Don.
Yeah, that's both times, the last 2 kickoffs, they both went into the end zone, and Hicks brought them back out, and both times they ended up inside the 20, and may want to think about letting those things go through the end zone and set up at the 25, the way the Tomcats got to dig this out of the hole and see if we can get this offense back in gear. They've shown some great signs and some nice drives, but then they've also shown that youthful inexperience sometimes, like on the last series. So see if we can get a drive going and maybe get another touchdown on the board.
All right, 1st and 10 Thiel. Radke back on the field with 4 wides, takes 1 step, quarterback draw, and he's going to be twisted around and go down at the 22-yard line. And hopefully Ryan is going to get up.
Oh, he will.
He's getting up. He's just waiting for the pile to open a bit.
He's always going to get up. It's when he's 42 that he's going to have a problem.
Yeah.
Case in point, Daryl Satterfield. We've been watching him limp around for a couple of weeks now.
Jeep Madison, the outside linebacker, made the play there for Case. And it's a gain of 1, 2nd and 9. Straight back is Radke. Radke calls a draw, and I'll tell you, a big lineman was right in his face. He lost the ball, and I think Case Western has apparently recovered this football again.
Tell you, Ryan, that time, you talk about how good programs, and Case is certainly a good program, how they make adjustments on the fly. You know, we came out in the second half, and Case did get the ball. We came out in the second half and drove down and scored a touchdown, running the very same plays we've been running the last 2 series. Case has made the adjustments, and now they're not working. So in the game of chess, it's now up to our offensive coaches to come up with some type of adjustment back. And right now the Tomcats turned the ball over again on the 13-yard line. That is not good.
Defensive end Cameron Brown recovered the football for Case. So Case Western leading 41-15. Has the football one more time. 2 terrible turnovers by Thiel, rather deep in their own territory. Quarterback Rob Kuda with 4 wides would like to put the dagger in Thiel right now. And he's going to stop, and he's going to throw
nice hit.
And complete down to the 10, and a pretty good smack there by Martin the cornerback for Thiel, after the catch is made and 4 yards are gained. So it's going to be 2nd down and 6. The ball is placed on the 9 of Thiel.
See Matthew Peterson. Oh, sorry, wrong side. Justin's. Oh, who's that at defense for the Tomcats? Maybe J.T. Hampton playing in there now.
Rob Kuda.
Like 49.
Okay, Rob Kuda in the gun. Rob Kuda gives it straight ahead, and that is Burke with the football.
Looks like it might be Jeffrey Brown. Is that 25?
Could be.
Those numbers are tough to read.
Yes, they are.
I think it's 25. I think that's Jeffrey Brown, a running back.
Jeffrey Brown instead of Burke. I think you're right.
From Fairfield, California.
Yeah, that's why you didn't know him. And this time Kuda on a keeper follows his center, and man, he looked like a mole going through there, and he does burrow for a touchdown. My goodness, Rob Kuda followed his center and left guard 4 yards for a touchdown. And this is now getting a little bit out of control, folks, unfortunately. It's 47-15, Case Western, and Carniol is going to try to tack on number 48 with 25 seconds remaining in what has become a disastrous third quarter for Thiel after opening so well. Snap is high, the kick is up, and the kick is good. Timeout. It is now Case Western 48, Thiel 15 on 790 WPIC.
Thiel College would like to thank the following businesses for being generous supporters of Tomcat football and Thiel College athletics. Anderson Coach and Travel, proud to be the transportation provider for the Thiel Tomcats. Call 1-800-345-3435 or log on to goanderson.com. And the ComDoc DocuCenter, located on the ground floor of Harder Hall on the Thiel College campus. The ComDoc DocuCenter is a full-service printer and open to the public. Call 724-589-2267 or log on to DocuCenter at Thiel.edu. Thiel College is proud to include these fine local businesses among its list of partners. For more details on Thiel College, log on to Thiel.edu.
I'm Brian Radikovich, running backs coach at Thiel College. You're listening to the home of Thiel Tomcat football, News Talk 790 WPIC.
Well, Rob Kuda scored his second touchdown make it his third touchdown of the day on the ground with a 4-yard run and extra point good, and they'll kick off to Thiel here. Thiel ate up almost half of this quarter on its opening drive, and the kick sails over the head of the young Tomcat, Jordan Smith from Tavares, Florida, who was trying to field it, and it rolls out of the end zone, and the touchback is going to give Thiel the ball at the 25.
Okay, good chance now with 25 seconds left to go in the third quarter to start do what we did when we came out at halftime, see if we can make some adjustments, get this offense ungeared a little bit, and eat up some clock and maybe get down and get a touchdown.
All right, Cats come to the line of scrimmage. Nick Barca is the running back. Jaquan Hicks and...
that's a surprise.
And Horvitits are wide receivers to this side. Snap to Radke. Radke going to look. He's going to run. He's going to roll left. Going to throw in a run as he's hit. And the ball kind of wounded ducks up to about the 30. It's an incomplete pass. 2nd and 10. Out of time scoreboard. They're at halftime now in the Grove City-Westminster game. Westminster 38, the Grovers 3. And at the half, a bit of a surprise in how close it is. Thomas More is only leading Waynesburg after 2 periods, 10-0. All right, 2nd and 10. Fitzpatrick is going to line up in the slot to the left this time. Bracey and Horvitits are the other wides, and the ball is handed off to the tailback, Nick Barca, but before that, somebody moved too soon. So that's going to cost Thiel 5 and make it a 2nd and 15 back at about the 20-yard line.
Yeah, just got a little bit out of sync. And again, we talked about good programs like Cases making adjustments into sidelines. When you come to a Thiel game and you see all these teams huddled up on the bench between series, that's what they're doing. They're making adjustments. And right now, Cases made some very nice defensive adjustments.
Snap to Radke, rolls to the left. Stops, throws way over the head of Deshaun Bracey. setting up 3rd and 15.
One of the things you see happen with any quarterback was once they've been hit 3 or 4 or 5 times, they start looking for that, and they get happy feet a little bit. Ryan got out there, and we've said a long time ago, he throws better from the pocket than he does on the run, and right now he's pretty much running for his life, and that's a tough way to make a pass.
All right, Jaquan Hicks is into the lineup now for Thiel. He comes to the left. Bracey to the right. Horvititz wide left. Here's the snap, a little high. Passes out here. Horvititz pulls it in, juggles again, holds on to the ball. Does not get the first down up at about the 38. It's going to be 4th down and relatively long, a 7 situation. And Thiel, when we resume the 4th quarter, is going to punt the football away. So after 3, it got interesting for a little while, but turnovers have done in the Tomcats at this point. It is 48-3 Case Western over Thiel after 3 on 790 WPIC.
Thiel College would like to thank the following businesses for being generous sponsors of Tomcat football and Thiel College athletics. TDA, Venn Design Architecture, proud to provide architectural and design services for Thiel College. Log on to vendesign.com. And McElhinney Brothers, Inc., general contractors, providing premier residential and commercial remodeling in Grove City, Hermitage, and Greenville. Call 724-638-7056. To discuss custom renovations. Thiel College is proud to include these fine local businesses among its list of partners. For more details about Thiel College, log on to thiel.edu.
You are listening to News Talk 790 WPIC. Sharon Hermitage, a Cumulus station, sponsored by the Ridgewood at Shenango Valley, a premier senior living residence.
I'm Matt Arshenkoff, special teams coordinator and defensive backs coach. Follow the Thiel Tomcats right here on News Talk 790 WPIC.
Well, on the opening play here of the 4th quarter, Dylan Kleckner, the freshman punter, kicks the football away from his 15-yard line. And as he gets it away, a flag flies, and we have a penalty coming up on Case Western, I do believe.
We do. 15 yards.
15 yards.
I'll give the Tomcats a first down and get the offense back on the field.
Yeah, let's get the offense out here to start the 4th quarter. 48-15, Case Western leading the Thiel Tomcats. And,
we talk about the score being a little bit out of hand right now, but there's really been some good jobs done by the Tomcats today. There's some real cause for optimism. Their offense have had some sparks of real good things. The defense has been in position quite a few times and shut them down in short yardages on 3rd and 4th down sometimes. So this is a very good football team we're playing. It's like it was a couple of weeks ago against WJ. And so to have any sign of an optimism at all, I think the Tomcats have shown some good things today.
Well, they have, if they could just avoid the mistakes. All right, 1st and 10, Thiel at the 42. Here is the give to Nick Barca, and he turns that upfield nicely after running to the left, cutting up into a seam across the 40 to the 41-yard line. He has 8 yards, Don.
Since we started bouncing him outside, that was a sweep that time. Like you said, he's compact and strong, but he's really got some quickness too, and they've had some real success. Now it's 2nd down and 2 or 3 instead of 2nd and 11.
All right, Thiel is at the line of scrimmage on 2nd down, and we'll call it a long 2. Radke, back, no pressure yet. Throws it down the middle, and, Bracey got his one hand on the ball. Should he have laid out for that, Don?
Well, I'll tell you what happened is he got cut off in his pattern by Kuzik.
Yeah.
And when he gets a little bit older and a little bit stronger, he'll run through that instead of going around. He took a detour, and that threw off the pattern. Yeah, he could have laid out for it, but he did get a hand off. I think he was more frustrated that he got bumped off his pattern, but we're talking about seniors and juniors bumping up against freshmen. That's something he'll learn, and when he gets a little bigger, he'll just run the guy over next time.
Yeah, he needs to get stronger, but definitely it's there. All right, Radke is going to call his own number, and he's going to be hemmed in for no gain, actually loses a yard back to the 48-yard line. So that's going to make it 3rd down and a long 1. Out of town scores in the top 25. In the 3rd period, get my screen back here, Clemson and NC State are tied in the 4th at 17. Oklahoma beating Kansas State, fourth quarter, 38-17. West Virginia in the fourth quarter leading Texas Tech, 34-10. Those are top 25 scores in major college football. 4th down and 1, and Thiel's going to punt. Kleckner's kick is blocked. It's picked up by Thiel at the 38-yard line of Case, but that'll do them no good except prevent a return of a block kick. And the block kick now has given Case Western the ball in Thiel territory.
And again, you talk about the mistakes we've made. A couple of turnovers, a block punt that time, and that's just that youthful inexperience that we talk about. And there's really nothing you can do. You can't coach it out of them. You just have to make those mistakes and learn from them. And that's a big one right there with a 4th and 1 to have a punt blocked. Ugh.
All right, Daniel Fabiniak is in at running back.
New quarterback,
Jeffrey Brown with the football. He's at the 40 and going to be tackled at about the 38-yard line.
New quarterback,
right.
Julian Kennard from Damascus, Maryland, and a good job that time by T. Bynum and also by Andrews to hem him in and take him down.
Julian Kennard, we may have seen the end today of Rob Kuda.
Let's hope so.
Kennard will be in the gun, and he's going to hand it off.
See?
And the running back collided with the quarterback, and Thiel's freshman, Justin Anderson, the big old nose tackle, was there to say, hey, I'll clean this up.
So when you see us, and this is why I have optimism about this Tomcat team, now we're playing our freshmen and our sophomores against their freshmen and their sophomores, and we've had a couple of big plays and some opportunities. When you're playing against 22-year-olds against 18-year-olds, it's awfully tough.
Kennard, the quarterback. Aguilar is in the game now. He play fakes. He's going to look.
There you
go. He's going to try to run, but he's going to go down. Back at the 43-yard line, Doak Walker and Ty Bynum.
A sack, that's great.
We're in there to sack that young quarterback. Kennard's a freshman, looks like it. He's skinny as a rail. He needs to spend time in the weight room, and I'm sure he will if
let's hope
stays
he doesn't.
here. Well,
I'll tell you what, though, like I said, our young kids against their young kids, we match up very well. It's when our young kids against their old kids that we have a problem.
Now, who's our punter? Is this Jacob Burke who's out there?
No,
it's a different punter.
Yeah, well, they haven't had one. It's Jackson Colderup.
All right, Colderup is the punter, and it's going to roll into
the end zone.
The end zone, where it'll be a touchback, and Thiel will get the football.
He hasn't had much practice, I'm sure, punting, because this offense doesn't really need a punter.
No. They only list one on the two deep. There's only one listed on the two deep.
They probably don't bother recruiting them. Looking at some of these kids from Case, I wonder what their recruiting budget is. They got somebody from Hawaii, someone from South Korea.
Well, don't you think a school like Case recruits itself?
Well, I'll tell you what, they got, what did they say, 16,000 people here, students here at Thiel, or at Case, and 11,000 of them are graduate students, 5,600 undergraduates. So they're about, figure, even with their undergrad program,
and without a doubt, the strongest part of their anatomy is their cranium.
And without a doubt, the strongest part's their $1 billion trust fund or whatever.
Well, that's probably true, too, Mr. Rockenbaugh. Here's the give by Radke, and is that Peyton Hicks in the game?
Is.
And Peyton Hicks might have a yard, if he's lucky, up to about the, 21-yard line.
Yeah, not much there.
It's a yard, 2nd and 9. Peyton Hicks got dinged up early in this season, Don, and I think it kind of knocked him off his stride, and he kind of fell behind a little bit, and so far hasn't had the freshman year that I think a lot of us envisioned. Radke has Jaquan Hicks in motion, straight back. He's going to throw the out, and he's got the pass out there, and kind of a nifty catch is made by the Tomcat receiver, and that, of course, was Sam Fitzpatrick out of Delray Beach, Florida, and he is tackled at about the 22-yard line, just a very modest gain, setting up 3rd and 8.
Fitzpatrick's had a real nice day, though, filling in for Bailey, because it's his 5th catch of the day, and so it's a real nice job for the young man.
Yeah, Eugene Bailey out of Valley High School in New Kensington has missed this game because of an injury. We expect him back next week. Hicks in motion. Now he's going to settle as Radke goes back. Radke down the middle. Oh, just out of the reach of Hicks at the 48-yard line. How did he get downfield so fast? Boy, that kid can run.
He broke free just at the last second in the ball, and I think he lost the ball in among the traffic because there were like 4 blue jerseys right around him, and he broke free of them just as the ball got there and couldn't grab it.
I think he'd have taken it home, too.
Oh, he definitely would have taken it home. He was way behind everybody. But.
All right, Dylan Kleckner, who had a tough third period, had one kick blocked and another almost blocked, and
got crushed on
both of them. And he's going to be standing back at about the 10-yard line. And he gets the snap and gets an end-over-end kick away that's going to bounce at midfield and take a Thiel roll inside the 40 and down to about the 37-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10. A reminder to our listeners, we're going to be from one great American city here on the lake, Cleveland, Ohio, today, down in Pittsburgh next Saturday at Gessling Stadium on it's on almost on the west end of Pittsburgh, but in the Oakland section, Carnegie Mellon. The Tartans will do battle with the Thiel Tomcats at 1 o'clock next Saturday afternoon. All right, here is the handoff to the young tailback, and carrying that football was that Jeffrey Brown again?
It was,
I believe?
yeah.
Jeffrey Brown took the handoff from the quarterback, Julian Kennard.
John Sims, a freshman from Hermitage, PA, Hickory Hornet, making the tackle for the Tomcats.
Oh, okay, that's good. 2nd down and 10, no gain. And a lot of substitutes that are starting to see some work now. Here is the quarterback.
There you go.
And the pass is picked off by Thiel.
Joe Sarator.
Was that Joe Sarator, who's still in the game at safety, and he picked it off nicely at about the 42-yard line of Case Western and returns to the Case 38. So Thiel plays a little turnover here and gets the football back on the 38 of Case.
Good job by Joe that time, stepping into the passing lane. Obviously, a freshman quarterback's going to telegraph where he's throwing the ball, and Joe was right there and took the ball away.
All right, 9-10 remaining in this ball game. 48-15, Case Western. And the Thiel Tomcats are going to come to the line of scrimmage, and Ryan Radke is still the quarterback.
John Green in at running back.
And John Green is going to play like he had the ball, but he didn't. Radke kept it, and look at Radke go. Look at him go down the sidelines. 10-5, touchdown, unless he was out of bounds. And I don't think he was he?
No, looks like
they're saying it was kosher. How did he avoid going out of bounds? You know, he's been effective today, Don.
Yes, he has.
On taking that ball to the edge and putting it in the belly of the back and then keeping the ball. And for some reason, they're not tackling the most dangerous guy on the field for Thiel.
Nice job on the read option that time. He ran that time like he stole the ball from, like he shoplifted the thing. 38 yards on the run. Now they're going for 2.
38-yard scamper for Ryan Radke. No matter the score,
he plays hard.
Radke will continue to play hard.
Come on, guys, punch this in.
All right, 2-point conversion try. Radke in the gun. He's back. He strips a little on the turf and throws a pick. Now you got to tackle him. Yes. The kid's going to run at the 10, the 15, and is tackled by number 55 for Thiel. Espinosa, who's just off the injured list, tackled at the 20, so no points against Thiel, but they misfire on the extra point on the interception. So the score's Case Western 48, Thiel 21 on 790 WPIC.
Thiel College would like to thank the following businesses for being generous supporters of Tomcat football and Thiel College athletics. Cianci's Motel, located at 399 Mercer Road. Log on to ciancysmotel.com or call 724-588-8550 for more information. Remember to ask for the Thiel discount. And UPMC Horizon, life-changing medicine. Log on to upmc.com. Thiel College is proud to include these fine local businesses among its list of partners. For more information about Thiel College, log on to thiel.edu.
This is Daryl Satterfield, quarterback's coach. You're listening to the home of Thiel Tomcat football, News Talk 790 WPIC.
The kickoff by Thiel's Chris Rosales is into the end zone, and boy, would you see that Case player roughing up Doak Walker. What the heck was that all about?
I'll tell you what I liked better was I liked Nick Barker coming over and supporting his team by getting that guy's face, too.
Yes.
Good job.
Well, anyway, following the Joe Saratori interception for Thiel, Ryan Radke on a play fake handoff scampers down the right sideline, 38 yards for a touchdown. The try for two failed, and it is now a 48-21 game. Case is in the lead.
Another new quarterback for Case.
Oh, we have another quarterback in?
Stephen Gunther, a senior this time from Birmingham, Michigan.
Stephen Gunther.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Pretty sure he's not going to pass.
No, I don't think so. And he keeps the ball himself and gets about 2 yards, 2nd down and 10. Yeah, Gunther does not look like he could run too far.
No, I think
6 foot, 177 pounds.
I think he's
and
here
he's
for the
a senior.
academics.
It's too late for him to be in the weight room.
Yeah, he's here for the academics. Dusty Main's made to stop that time. He's really played a good ball game on special teams.
Done a lot of little things here for Thiel. 2nd down and 8 for Case. And, of course, Case is very happy to let this clock run. And Case Western's going to take a timeout. Dawn, we have some time here. I got an interesting bit of info on another President's Athletic Conference game, 12-13 in the third quarter. Thomas More bidding for a share of the conference title. They're very much in contention, of course, with this team, Case Western. TM leading Waynesburg only 17-7. But Thomas Moore's Brendan Kuntz, 14 of 19 passing for a touchdown. And the Saints' Dalen Garland, wide receiver, 110 receiving yards. For Waynesburg, Tavon Johnson, 97-yard kickoff return for their touchdown. And, of course, the last we knew, Westminster was putting it on Grove City. So Westminster's not out of this thing yet either.
Big day for quarterbacks in the PAC.
Yeah.
The two here had both had good days, and then two Westminster's quarterbacks run for 4 or 5 touchdowns, and TMU's always a good quarterback.
2nd down and 8 for Case, and this is Gunther, and he's handing off on a jet sweep, and Joe Saratori comes over, makes the tackle at about the 32, and that was Miles Anthony from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and Germantown Academy, who carried that football, setting up a 3rd down and 3 for Case. Stephen Gunther. Takes the snap. Going to keep it himself.
Look at that.
And
he did
surges forward to the 37-yard line and has enough for the 1st down. So he keeps it himself. Well, he's been watching Cuda.
Yeah, he's been playing.
He just thought, I'm going to do what he does. And he did, and he got it done. What's the old principal parts? He's going to do it, he did it, and he's done it.
That's right.
Okay?
Tell me what you're going to do it, and then tell me that you did it.
That's right.
And that's the thing of speech. Tell them what you're going to tell them, and then tell them you told it.
You know, you use my line all the time, Hockenbaugh. You're going to have to quit that. I use that, tell them what you tell them what you told them, and all that with my students.
I'm a big TED Talk guy. So.
Oh, okay. You are, okay. Here's the give straight ahead, and nothing doing there for the Case running back, because the Tomcat, who was in the right place at the right time,
Johnson.
Was that Justin Johnson?
Yeah, 95.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cy Carroll, I think, was in there, too.
Yes,
but,
there's a bunch of them. Let's see who else we got out there.
Justin Johnson, good to see him back. He's been on the injured list. A very good-looking freshman for Thiel, and glad to see he's out there.
See who else is out there in case your grandparents are listening. Nick Saratori's playing from Eden, New York.
Okay. Stephen Gunther, under center. We haven't seen that very often today.
Somebody's got orange gloves out there.
2nd down, 12. Here's the give. And look at that guy going straight ahead. 45, 50, 45. Tackled from behind at about the Thiel 43-yard line. And let's get that name.
John Sims.
John Sims.
From Hickory.
From Hickory, okay. Let's get that Hornet in
disciple,
there.
Right?
He would be.
Must not have gotten a message about the pink gloves because he's wearing orange gloves. It looks like he's maybe going turkey hunting after the game.
Could be. Did that open today?
No, I don't know.
I heard somebody say
I get my turkeys a giant eagle.
Well, I do too, but I buy chicken instead of turkey. So, all right, quarterback is Stephen Gunther on 1st and 10 from the Thiel 43-yard line, and
timeout. Case.
Timeout is called by Case Western. So let's take a 30-second break on 790 WPIC.
Thiel College would like to thank the following businesses for being generous supporters of Tomcat football and Thiel College athletics. Greenville Orthopedic Association and Doctors John Scullin and Stuart Anderson, specializing in the treatment of sports medicine, total joint surgery, and arthroscopic surgery. Call 800-245-8100 to make an appointment. And Greenville Moose Family Center, Lodge number 276. Fun and fellowship for everyone. Log on to lodge276.mooseunits.org. Thiel College is proud to include these fine local businesses among its list of partners. For more information about Thiel College, log on to thiel.edu.
I'm Dan Bloom, head coach of the Tomcats, and you're listening to Thiel Football on News Talk 790 WPIC.
All right, 1st and 10 for Case Western. The ball is now on the Thiel 43-yard line. Gunther, the quarterback. And Gunther is going to give it off, and carrying that football is Jeffrey Brown, and Jeffrey Brown is down inside the 30 to about the 25-yard line before a host of Tomcats make the tackle. And it's going to be a first down, of course, for Case Western.
Tomcats have a lot of substitutes in right now. Kyle Hockenberry from Kataning's in there, and also, let's see, who is that? I can't see the number real well. 61, Sean Siebert from Grove City.
Okay. Stephen Gunther with a first down lines up in the gun for Case. And he's going to give it straight ahead to Jeffrey Brown. And Jeffrey Brown gets that surge, and he's kind of getting his mojo up a little bit as he goes down to about the 19-yard line. Let's see where they put it. They're going to put it on the 20. But he gets a nice gain of about 6 yards, setting up 2nd and 4. Clock runs to the 5-minute mark in this ball game. Case Western leading 48-21.
Brendan Kuzik in at the secondary from Thomas Jefferson High School for the Tomcats.
Okay. Stephen Gunther gives it off to Brown. Brown dances a little bit and gets a couple as a result. Takes it down to about the 18. Beautiful sunny day here in Cleveland. Going to be a great day for Game 2 in the Game 2 in the American League Championship Series, just a couple of miles up the road. Too bad you don't have tickets, Cleveland fan.
I prefer watching it on the TV.
Well, I know you do.
I can't afford those tickets at $2,000 a pop or whatever they are.
All right, Gunther in the gun on 3rd down and 2 for Case. Here's Gunther looking, throwing, and way too high for the intended receiver. Martin had coverage for Thiel. Trevor Martin, the senior free safety from Meadville High School, bringing up 4th and 2. Ryan Radke, 18 of 33 in the passing department today, with 2 touchdowns and an interception. And on the ground, as usual, Ryan has used his feet very well. 24 carries, 142 yards.
So 169 yards passing and 142. That's about 300 and some yards of total offense.
That's a day's work.
Pretty good day.
Believe me. And
it's a Ryan Radke day.
Yep, and Deshaun Bracey's had a big day. Four catches for 77 yards. And here's the give to Jeffrey Brown, and he gets a little bit of a surge down to about the 16-yard line.
Not sure he got enough for the first down, though. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did. So they're going to move the sticks and make it 1st down and 10 in the red zone at about the 15-yard line.
3:54 left in the game. Tomcats like to keep these guys out of the end zone.
Stephen Gunther has Jeffrey Brown as his tailback. And I'd say it's very likely that Mr. Brown's going to get the ball if Gunther doesn't keep it and run down the line of scrimmage. And guess what? It's Brown. And Brown is inside the 15 down to about the 13.
Phil Kyle on the stop.
Phil Kyle, okay.
been dinged up a little bit, played a lot early in the season, been dinged up trying to work himself back into shape.
Aguilar is coming back in at tailback now for Case Western.
Shane Russell in for the Tomcats, too. Another one trying to work his way back.
Stephen Gunther on 2nd down and 8 from the 13. Gives it to Aguilar, and Aguilar is going to spin and get down, I believe, inside the... Looks like inside the 5, maybe?
About the 6.
About the 6-yard line.
Looks like they're going to mark it right on the 5.
Yeah, mark it down on the 5. It's 3rd and less than a yard.
These little soccer markings, this is field turf that needs replaced probably in a year or so, and soccer markings make it tough to see.
Aguilar is in the backfield, and the quarterback goes under center, and Gunther, with the quarterback keep, follows his center straight ahead, and one would assume by the looks of the chain crew on the other side as they drop the chains that the first down is negotiated. So they're going to put the ball down at about the 3.
Yep, Jeffrey Brown back in the game for the Spartans. Looks like they may be going, what are they doing here? Looks like they may be going into victory formation, Hugh.
Yes, I think they are, as the clock runs to 1:58.
Going to run as much time off the clock.
And they still have 8 seconds on the play clock. And now Gunther takes a knee. So we may have seen our last play of this football game.
Going to have to take a knee a couple more times.
The Cats had their moments here today where they played well.
Good things,
and made it a little closer in the third quarter with a nice opening drive. But then mistakes and big plays by the opponent did them in. And you can see why Case Western is now going to be 6-0 overall and 5-0 in the conference.
Yeah.
And they don't have to play Thomas More. And I think that unbalanced schedule is going to be the undoing here. And I just it's too bad that you have to play this unbalanced schedule because here is Case Western potentially going to win a conference title, and they never played their chief rival, Thomas More. However, Westminster can have something to say about that in a couple of weeks because they have to go to Westminster on November 5th, right?
Geneva next week, then they're in Washington, Missouri, then back out at Westminster, and that may be a tough one. Then Carnegie Mellon on the last day of the season.
Carnegie Mellon will be no walk in the park.
I can see
30 seconds remaining. And
that's going to do it.
They just took a knee again, and they're coming to the sidelines. Thiel's coming out to do the obligatory handshake and good luck and hope you win it all kind of thing. And we're going to wrap this game up. So we're going to take a 2-minute break and await some statistics, and we'll be back to put a button on this one. The final score is Case Western Reserve 48. Thiel 21 on 790 WPIC.
Thiel College would like to thank the following businesses for being generous supporters of Tomcat football and Thiel College athletics. Anderson Coach and Travel, proud to be the transportation provider for the Thiel Tomcats. Call 1-800-345-3435 or log on to goanderson.com. And the ComDoc DocuCenter, located on the ground floor of Harder Hall on the Thiel College campus. The ComDoc DocuCenter is a full-service printer and open to the public. Call 724-589-2267 or log on to DocuCenter at Thiel.edu. Thiel College is proud to include these fine local businesses among its list of partners. For more details on Thiel College, log on to Thiel.edu.
Thiel College would like to thank the following businesses for being generous sponsors of Tomcat football and Thiel College athletics. TDA, Venn Design Architecture, proud to provide architectural and design services for Thiel College. Log on to vendesign.com. And McElhinney Brothers, Inc., general contractors, providing premier residential and commercial remodeling in Grove City, Hermitage, and Greenville. Call 724-638-7056. to discuss custom renovations. Thiel College is proud to include these fine local businesses among its list of partners. For more details about Thiel College, log on to Thiel.edu.
Thiel College would like to thank the following businesses for being generous supporters of Tomcat football and Thiel College athletics. Cianci's Motel, located at 399 Mercer Road. Log on to ciancysmotel.com or call 724-588-8550 for more information. Remember to ask for the Thiel discount. And UPMC Horizon, life-changing medicine. Log on to upmc.com. Thiel College is proud to include these fine local businesses among its list of partners. For more information about Thiel College, log on to thiel.edu.
I'm Brian Radakovich, running backs coach at Thiel College. You're listening to the home of Thiel Tomcat football, News Talk 790 WPIC.
Hugh Ringer and Don Aukenbaugh back in Cleveland, Ohio at Case Western Reserve University, where the Spartans have defeated the Thiel Tomcats this afternoon on a beautiful day for college football. 48-21 was the final score, and we're awaiting the stats, final stats.
We have everything we need.
We have some summaries here that Don is going to go over.
I will.
Why don't you go ahead and do that, and we'll await the official stat sheet, but we have all scoring plays and we're pretty much everything here. So take it away, partner.
Really turns out to be the Rob Kuda day. He ran for 3 touchdowns and passed for 2 more. Kuda ran for 41 yards rushing and passed for 340 yards and passing. So 5 touchdowns on the day directly attributed to Rob Kuda. Brendan Lynch caught 7 of them for 219 yards. Ryan Radke had another typical Ryan Radke day, coming up a little bit short, but 142 yards rushing, 169 yards passing, including, so he ran for 1 touchdown, passed for 2. So it was really a tale of the 2 quarterbacks today. Tomcats ran roughly almost 400 yards in total offense. Unfortunately, Case had almost 500 yards in total offense, and but like we said, Radke 142 yards rushing, Barca 28, Hicks 14, Lewis 16. Sam Fitzpatrick came up with 5 catches in a relief of Bailey, who was injured today. So there are some good things to see here. Just running into a bit of a buzzsaw like we did a couple of weeks ago against W&J.
Well, a very good football team, a team that makes its breaks, plays sound fundamental football. And at times, that's just pretty hard to deal with. And there was one stretch where we had the 2 terrible turnovers that turned what was becoming a competitive football game, Dawn, into a very one-sided game. And that it just went downhill from there. But
came out at halftime with some good adjustments, drove down, ate up most of their half the third quarter, got in the end zone. Then unfortunately, this experienced Case team got 2 turnovers and a bad punt, and next thing you know, you're down by 3 more touchdowns.
Right. We want to thank Aaron Byro, who, as usual, was manning the controls of the 747 at 2030 Pine Hollow Boulevard for us today. As always, Aaron, a great job, and we look forward to seeing you next week when we hit the road again, only instead of coming to northeastern Ohio, we'll go into the bowels of western Pennsylvania, down to Pittsburgh, to Gessling Stadium in the Oakland section of Pittsburgh, for what is always an interesting game when the Thiel Tomcats and the Tartans of Carnegie Mellon University get together. Airtime will be 12:30 next Sunday, and the kickoff will be at 1 o'clock from Gessling Stadium. In addition to Aaron Byro, I want to thank Don Aukenbaugh for his expert analysis on today's game. Thanks to Cyril Parham, the Assistant Sports Information Director from Thiel, who was here covering the game for the SID department. As always, Cyril does a great job giving us stats and scores and the like. And, of course, thanks to Ed Topoleski, the Sports Information Director himself, who was covering soccer back on the Greenville campus today. And Ed, of course, contacting us during the week to see what we need and sending us game notes that he and Cyril
does a nice
prepare,
job.
And they do a fantastic job.
They sure do. We're so prepared when we get here that it's almost easy. We just get to watch the game because they've prepared us so well with the stats.
Watch it and talk about it. That's right. Our thanks to Coach Dan Bloom and his staff. They're always more than cooperative with us. Thanks to Amy Schaefer in her first year as Director of Athletics at Thiel. And I want to really thank Case Western Sports Information Director and Assistant Athletic Director John Swartz.
Nice job.
This is a great facility, a first-class operation, some of the best food that we've had anywhere.
Except at Thiel. Thiel certainly has.
The accommodations.
Well.
That's right. The accommodations have just been great, and he couldn't do enough for us.
We like the parking lot right next to the press box.
Yeah, we're in a garage right behind the press box. I feel very important.
I tell you feel kind of big time up here.
Yes. Our thanks to Bob Greenberg, Sales Manager, Sports Director at WPIC and Sports Radio 96.7 for everything he does for us. And that's going to put a wrap-up on it here. Again, the final score today in the PAC, the Thiel College Tomcats lose this ball game 48-21 to Case Western. Case Western goes to 6-0 overall and 5-0 in the conference, sitting atop the conference with Thomas More, who's winning today. The Thiel College Tomcats drop to 2-4 and 1-3 in the conference. So we'll join you next week from Pittsburgh for the Carnegie Mellon game. Until then, this is Hugh Ringer on behalf of Don Achenbaugh saying goodbye from Cleveland. Now, let's hope the Indians can get something done this afternoon up closer to the lake as they are at Progressive Field ready to try to take the second game of the American League Championship Series from the Toronto Blue Jays. So for Don Achenbaugh, I'm Hugh Ringer saying good afternoon. Again, that final score is Case Western 48, Thiel 21 on 790 WPIC.
Thiel College Tomcat Football has been brought to you by
1, 2, 3, 3.
Seance's Motel, Restaurant, and Lounge. UPMC Horizon, life-changing medicine. Log on to upmc.com. Greenville Orthopedic Association. Greenville Moose Family Center, number 276.
TDA, Then Design Architecture, proud to provide design services to Thiel College.
Anderson Coach and Travel. Visit them online at goanderson.com.
McElhaney Brothers, general contractors providing premier residential and commercial remodeling.
First National Bank, the home for all your financial solutions. St. Paul's, a continuing care community, providing a caring tradition since 1867. Visit St. Paul's online at lifeatstpauls.org. The Gallery Grill and the Greens of Greenville. Visit them online at greensofgreenville.com.
First National Bank, the home for all your financial solutions.
Partners ComDoc and the DocuCenter at Thiel College. And Ilsco Extrusions Incorporated. Ilsco has operated one of the industry's most efficient aluminum extrusion mills for more than 60 years. Thiel College is proud to include these fine local businesses among its list of partners. For more details about Thiel College, log on to thiel.edu. Today's game has been produced by Aaron Byro and Dave Winters. Today's executive producer is Bob Greenberg. Our game announcers were Hugh Ringer and Don Achenbaugh. Thanks for listening to Thiel Tomcat Football. WPIC will now return to our regularly scheduled program.